Take a good look, Razor Ramon, and Nature Boy Ric Flair, for what you see across the back of this macho man, and across the face of this one, the Ultimate Warrior. It is the bondage of the Ultimate Maniacs. No sleep, no food, no nothing. Just maniacism. As a skeleton, we still walk as Ultimate Maniacs. Therefore, what are you gonna do? Bury us now? It's to a point where it really doesn't matter. You guys don't really know us like you think that you do. Riding on the edge of a lightning bolt, yeah, we are. We are the Ultimate Maniacs, and we are Ultimate Survivors. We're not planning a hit. Welcome to the big time, because we're already here, and we ain't going nowhere. Do you dig what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Bring it to us, and we'll bring you home tonight. Yeah. Dig it.
That was crazy. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the John and Ann Show. John here.
This is Ann.
And a real American back in the building.
I wish he wasn't. Anyway, SmackDown happened last night.
Well, that was a great promo, by the way.
Yes, it was.
Ultimate Warrior and Randy Savage, Macho Man.
That was great.
Although I still think the greatest tag team that never happened was Ultimate Warrior and Scott Steiner. That would be an amazing tag team.
Oh yeah, definitely. We have some SmackDown, TNA. I got the bracket finished. CM Punk reportedly taking time off after 29.
Okay.
Interesting, but we'll start off with SmackDown, shall we?
Yes, let's.
We're in Cincinnati tonight. The SmackDown's in Cincinnati. Yay! See, this is what I'm talking about. What did I talk about yesterday with stupid TV, the segments and stuff like that?
Uh-huh.
Miz TV kicks, the Miz kicks off with Miz TV.
Why is he even there?
His guests are Randy Orton and Sheamus.
Wait a minute, I forgot to say something. I saw the call yesterday.
Oh, you want to throw that in?
I want to throw the call
I can't believe you didn't tell me you were seeing this.
I wanted to.
Maybe we could have saw it together. I wanted to see it. Thanks a lot.
You should still see it.
And I could have gotten you tickets.
I know. I could have gone.
Fool!
But my Star Pass is one movie ticket away from giving me free popcorn or free soda.
Yay!
You still could have bought stuff.
But it was good.
They give you free food. Just take it.
The call was really good. It's definitely, it might just be the best film WWE Films Studios is associated with.
Right.
I do like the WWE's doing the right thing now by not putting their wrestlers as the stars of these movies. And the funny thing about this, no, it is. I think it is.
Because some of them are really not that bad to star in movies, or at least the movies that they've done in the past.
Uh-huh.
This one I couldn't see. I can agree with Halle Berry being the star of it.
Yeah.
And I assume David Otunga really had no.
Well, no, I'll tell you this much. I don't know how they got Halle Berry to do this, but I mean, she did a great job.
Right.
She's just Halle Berry. David Otunga's role, actually, here's what I find funny. Miz is bragging because she's a star of a crappy movie.
Straight to DVD movie.
Straight to, yeah. Wade Barrett is bragging about a movie that he doesn't have any lines in.
I'm not sure.
Apparently
he says he does.
He says he does, but apparently his role is almost non-existent.
Right.
David Otunga's role in the call, he's in quite a few scenes and he has quite a few lines. And it's funny because David Otunga's the one who's not bragging about his role in the movie. And the call thus far has done much better than either of Barrett and Miz's movies.
Right.
So I just find that pretty funny. He wasn't bad.
Was his character?
He was a cop.
I've seen the commercials for it, but was his character crucial to the story?
He wasn't crucial. He was basically he was a cop. He was just there. He didn't have the scene. It was mainly about Halle Berry. It was all about her and the girl. She was just there for quite a few scenes. It didn't really take away from the movie. Like, when he's there, it's not like I'm thinking to myself, oh my god, this guy's a terrible actor.
Right.
No, he did his job. And the movie was good. I would recommend it, actually.
I wanted to see it already.
And it's funny because
anyway,
I thought that this movie, because when you see the trailers on the TV, the only time you see the WWE Films or Studios logo is at the very end, and it's very small, right? But when I went to see this, you know how they show the companies involved with making it? The first thing is just giant WWE Studios, and it's there for quite a while, so
Well, just like when you're watching at the end of any WWE product, where they have the W and it's.
That's not how they did it though.
No?
It's like a new. It was nice and fancy the way they did it. It was pretty neat.
Maybe they must be happy with this one.
Oh, they should be. They should be. It was good suspense. You know, I'll give it that. I don't usually watch suspense thriller movies in theaters.
So did they save the girl?
I don't want to
No,
hear
I'm
it.
not gonna tell you.
Don't
Come
be a
on.
spoiler. What are you talking about?
Come on.
Tell me later.
Doesn't learn.
Tell me
I'll tell you
later.
later. Yeah.
Tell me later. I'm not gonna see the movie. Care less about the call. Anyway,
See, this is
That comes from the guy that didn't see the Avengers, right?
yeah.
He didn't see that. He didn't see any
the
of the
Avengers
Batman
sucks.
You didn't see it. You haven't even seen any of the Marvel movies.
Captain
so
America
go,
sucks.
Go eat it.
Iron Man. What's he? What's he?
Talks out
Iron
of his
Man.
butt.
That's all he does.
He just talks out of his butt.
That's all he does.
Hulk Hogan can beat up Captain America.
No, he can't.
Well,
Captain
Hulk Hogan is
America.
even more.
Captain America. No.
Yes.
I'm sorry. You guys. Oh yeah. Sorry. You guys keep saying Hogan can't wrestle. Yeah, you're comparing him to Super Soldier Captain America, trained by the U.S. Army. Yeah. Go ahead. Tell me that Hulk Hogan can beat Captain America.
He's immortal though.
Yeah. Yeah. He looks immortal in TNA, right?
He's gonna be the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. So, anyway, can we get back to SmackDown?
The movie looks good. I wanted to see it.
It was.
I thought we were gonna see it, but hey, all right.
I still want to see it.
Someone's
All
very
right.
upset.
We'll go see
Whatevs.
Burt Wonderstone.
I don't know. Is that out?
It
I work
is.
at a theater right
It
now. I don't
is.
even know it's out.
It's out already.
Can we get back to SmackDown? So The Miz kicks off SmackDown with Miz TV. Yay!
I don't know why he's there. I don't know why the Miz is still there.
His guests are Randy Orton and Sheamus, talking about the 6-man tag match at WrestleMania 29, how they need a partner. They talk about Big Show, and here he comes! Booker T ends up coming out and says tonight Sheamus, Orton, and Big Show will team up to see if they can get on the same page.
Speaking of the Big Show coming, did you guys see the way he ran to the ring on Monday Night Raw?
That was kind of funny.
That was one of the funniest things I'd ever seen.
I don't remember.
He just, when the Shield came out to attack Sheamus and Randy Orton, they had him outnumbered. They were surrounding the ring, and then the Big Show he sprints to the ring as only the Big Show can do, and it just reminded me of one of his Royal Rumble entrances, which was pretty hysterical too. So, but yeah, I enjoy seeing the Big Show run.
Do you?
He's not that bad.
No.
You know what's fun to watch run? William Regal.
Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever seen William Regal.
Could you imagine
Royal
Big Show
Rumble.
running down the ramp at, what was it, WrestleMania 24 with Rudy Charles?
The really
Oh my
long
goodness.
Really
ramp.
long ramp. Imagine Big Show in that ramp.
He'd melt before he gets to the
Or he'd
ring.
just be a mass.
Or I think about Ultimate Warrior in that ramp.
Yeah, right. No, but he was in really good shape though. He could probably do some good timing.
I think so.
He'd do some good time.
The Warrior?
But he would be worn out for the match.
Ultimate Warrior?
Yes.
Yeah, he could run it, but then he'd be blown
that's
up
what-
before the match starts.
That's what a lot of people said, that he got worn out before the match.
Jesse
started.
Ventura.
Mark Henry squashed Zack Ryder.
Yes.
After the match, Henry hit Ryder with one more World's Strongest Slam until Ryback came out and stared him at him.
So this
down.
was the push that Zack
Yes.
Ryder was asking for
Yeah.
on his trunks, right?
So stupid. He's a moron.
Push me.
Yeah. Ryback sends Henry flying out of the ring with a clothesline.
Oh, okay. So Ryback got some offense in.
Yes, he did.
I would like to see Zack Ryder come out with trunks that say "Bury Me," and see if maybe that has the opposite effect. Maybe he'll get a giant push from it.
Bury me question?
Yes. Bury me? And then put him in a squash, buried alive match.
Maybe I should ask him that fan accent.
You should.
You should put bury me
How
question marks.
how many feet do you have in the grave already?
Yeah,
I'm
right.
really, like, are you finished digging your own grave yet?
It's whatever. It's if he wants to do that, let him be.
Hey, he's been doing it.
Yeah, he's been getting himself buried. He
Who's
was
Zack
getting
Ryder?
himself over. He
No,
did.
he's doing the same stuff that he
Yeah.
was doing before, and now
It's just not working anymore.
it's not working.
Because it seems like all the people who were supporting him just gave up.
Yeah.
And it seems like they gave up when Kane pushed him off the stage.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to pinpoint.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm trying to pinpoint
it was
when
all
they just
downhill.
stopped.
It wasn't just pushing him off the stage. It was that moment pushed all of us
It was
all at the same time. He's like, well, no matter how hard we cheer for him or anything,
Uh-huh.
this is what's gonna happen.
Well, see, the thing is, I'm a Kane fan,
Right.
and it's been a while since I saw Kane do something funny to somebody.
Yeah, but for
And
the
this is
Ryder
awesome.
fans,
And I feel they should have killed off the Zack Ryder character with that segment.
wow. But for the Ryder fans,
What the,
5,000
why-
Rider fans.
Why put in all that cheering, all that energy in that when you know the
I
guy's
think
not going
they've given
anywhere?
up too.
they have. Like, it's
That's
sad
what I'm saying,
because...
is you just give up because what's the point of spending all that energy trying
yeah.
to help
And-
this guy get over when WWE really doesn't care?
Right, and what's
They don't want
upsetting
the
is
guy
that
over.
when I went to the Road to WrestleMania program at Madison Square Garden, the first match was Zack Ryder versus The Miz, and Zack Ryder got a big pop. And obviously, it's New York,
Yeah.
Long Island's not that far away, but he got, like, the crowd was really loud for him. He got one of the biggest pops of the night.
Well, it's in New York.
Yeah.
You know.
And I just
Hometown.
wonder if that would still happen,
It's like if Taz went back to Brooklyn. He's from
Yeah.
Brooklyn, correct?
Mhm.
But TNA's never going to go to
The
Brooklyn.
hometown
That-
pop.
It's almost like if you're from Cliffside, how you might cheer for Steve Off.
Yeah. Yeah, you might.
Oof.
Well, if
Anyway,
Cliffside Park had a noteworthy arena to
Right,
perform in,
maybe.
so it would have to be at either Izod or MetLife, where he would get that potential pop.
what, the pop of like 5 people?
Okay.
Or one at least. At least one. At least two. I'll give him two.
It's okay. I know the two. I know
Yeah.
the two.
At least two.
Two.
But anyone that knows better, who has seen wrestling,
I'm not saying anything about this.
who probably wouldn't.
Ooh. Teddy Long and Booker T have words backstage about Teddy working with Vicky Guerrero on Raw to make Ryback versus Mark Henry at WrestleMania.
I know.
It's equal opportunity.
It is.
Dolph Ziggler versus Kofi's King. I'm done. Are you kidding
Oh
me?
yes, this was the rant I promised. This was
Kofi lost.
we did have, and he also lost on Raw.
Are you kidding
Right.
me?
Against who did he lose to on Raw?
Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler. This was the
And Dolph
same
Ziggler,
Again!
and Dolph Ziggler, arguably main eventer.
Well, soon
There's
to
no
be.
problem.
Why are you putting up against Kofi Kingston again?
Who
Why
else
not
you
somebody
Who
else?
else? You gonna put him against JTG?
Why not? You want a dark match, by the way.
JTG is so far down the rankings. There's no point in putting him against JTG.
This is my problem. I do not like repeated matches. They've done it so many times now.
It's not that bad. Not. I'm not talking about specifically this. Just repeating matches aren't always the worst.
I think
When it's completely one-sided, like it's been,
like
yes,
this is
right.
one-sided.
It
You
is,
know who's
but-
gonna win.
and also the fact that it's the very next show.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's just-
it's not even what I bet. Let me guess what Raw is gonna be: Dolph Ziggler versus Kofi Kingston.
this sounds like
no,
this sounds.
they're gonna do something with him in the tag division.
Oh, they better.
Then why did they put Kofi Kingston versus Ziggler?
You know what?
again?
You're right. It's gonna be Kofi Kingston with R-Truth
Yeah, exactly.
versus Biggie Langston and Dolph Ziggler.
Oh my, yeah, that's terrible.
AJ Lee joins JBL and Michael Cole
Oh,
for
yeah?
commentary.
Oh boy.
AJ.
Yes.
I'm watching
Hope I
SmackDown.
get her autograph.
Oh yeah.
Maybe take a picture with her too.
Oh, you
Kofi
do
ended-
that.
Kofi ended up taking out Big E Langston on the floor, but Ziggler got the win. After the match, Big E butt cheeks laid
Yeah.
out Kofi.
Well, I will give him this. At least Biggie Langston and AJ Lee have finally figured out how to help Ziggler win.
Yeah, right.
Because they've been useless for how long?
Absolutely.
And they finally.
It's really been making Big E look bad.
Yeah.
Because he keeps physically getting involved in the matches and it doesn't help.
Yeah. Now it finally is. And, yeah. Ziggler's on the winning streak, guys.
He's gonna lose at Mania.
I hope he loses that
He's gonna lose at Mania and then cash in.
I hope he loses both.
But then everyone's like, oh, World Heavyweight title's gonna be
Smart,
first.
the Smarks still could go nuts.
That's going to be
I'll
fun to see, though.
cry. Backstage segment with Sheamus and Big Show arguing. Why?
So
Why?
wait,
Why?
okay, I'm just thinking.
I don't like you. I don't like you too.
Well, then we're agreed.
I like to think it's something more along the lines of my dad can beat up your dad or something.
Yeah.
I mean, really, they know they have to be a team to face the Shield, and this is just done to make you think, oh, is Big Show gonna knock somebody out in his own team at WrestleMania or something?
No, you're right.
That's all it is.
To give that illusion that he's still a bad guy.
Yeah.
Jack Swagger and Coulter come out and talk about Ricardo Rodriguez getting injured on Raw. Chris Jericho interrupts Swagger, and their match is up next.
They must be mad because don't illegal immigrants get free health care now?
Yes.
So Ricardo Rodriguez is good. That's got to make Zev and Jack pissed. Fuming.
I miss Ricardo.
I will too. Or maybe, he'll no-sell the injury
No sell.
and show up at a press conference walking just fine.
Yes,
No,
right?
Ricardo's better than that.
Yeah, he is. I think he really broke his ankle.
Yeah,
Because
really,
as we all
you
know,
can't not sell if he's really broken.
right? As we all know,
Mr. McMahon.
wrestling's real.
Imagine.
How great was that? Moments later, he had already had an X-ray done.
Yes. Wow, that was a quick
was
X-ray.
So you have
amazing.
X-ray machines rolling around backstage.
They have to. They have to. I mean, come on.
It's WWE.
They got to be prepared.
Yes.
ridiculous.
I'm just surprised they didn't put a neck brace on him when they took him out.
I was waiting. I
The
thought
neck
so.
brace, no, they have the neck brace around his ankle.
Yes.
Ah,
At least they put something on his ankle, though.
Did they? I didn't see
they
that.
did.
absolutely.
I
Ridiculous.
was laughing too hard. I couldn't see what they put
but-
on.
I totally bought that until they said on commentary, he's just had X-rays done. Where? Where?
The hospital's next to the arena.
It's
Yeah,
in the
really.
arena. No, they performed inside a hospital. They actually using the auditorium where they teach the new doctors. That's where they had the
Ridiculous.
wrestling match.
I bought it up until then. I'm like, you guys had me.
That's
You
why-
could have waited an hour.
You guys
They
make
could
me
have waited
sick.
an hour. It was like right after. Oh, X-ray. What? Wait a minute. What?
You make me sick.
But they do that. They do
Hogan.
that for football players, though.
What
When
did
they get injured,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
have an X-ray thing right there.
Do they?
Yeah, in the back,
Okay.
in like the training room, or
Right. That I guess that is understandable. It is. It is. In all honesty,
Well, I don't want
because if they want to make wrestling seem
real.
legit.
well, it is real.
Yeah.
I was
It's
trying.
real to me.
Obviously, he broke his ankle.
Obviously,
It's
I
real.
think I saw a bone sticking out.
Yes. That's horrible. Oh God. Fan Dumbo interrupted during.
Well, you know,
the
at this
match.
point, I can accept you not saying it correctly because even he didn't say his name correctly.
Yes.
Well, he was just thrown off by Chris Jericho.
He
Chris
was
Jericho
it
really.
right after because he said Fandango.
He did say Fandango.
He said Fandango.
I mean, look at this. Look at what Kali and Chris Jericho have done to his name.
blank Dango.
I mean, come on. That's got to be traumatizing for him. It was bad enough when Lillian Garcia and Justin Roberts couldn't pronounce it, but then when you get what Great Khali did to it,
You
I
know
loved
who?
it.
You know who wouldn't have messed it up?
who wouldn't have messed it
Yeah,
up?
Jerry Lawler,
Other than Jerry Lawler,
But,
Tony Chimmel.
probably.
None
I
of
don't
the
know.
none of the announcers
Howard
compared to
Finkel.
Tony Chimmel.
Howard
Fink.
Finkel,
No Fink.
Maybe. Yeah.
possibly. That'd be
Well-
interesting. I would like. I would. It's a shame that we're never going to get to hear Kane say Fandango
Good.
with his voice box.
Mm.
With the voice box.
Dango.
That'd be amazing.
That would suck.
Bring back the
Anyway.
voice map. The voice box.
No.
You know
Horrible.
they could have D-Bry whenever they break up, kick him in the throat, and then bring back the voice
Yeah.
box.
Yeah, we could do that.
Kick him in the throat. Take that, Kane. You big red dork.
Well, hey,
Did they
a
ever
kick
explain that,
to
by
the
the
throat
way?
would kill somebody else.
Did they ever explain that, by the way?
Explain what?
Why he
The
didn't
voice
need
box?
the voice box?
I think he was just doing that to disguise his voice.
No, but didn't they say from all the burns and stuff that he needed it to talk?
I don't remember that. I
Well,
really
I know.
don't remember.
I know you need one when like you have. Don't have to be mean, but like lung cancer, like I guess throat cancer.
Yeah,
Right.
I know.
When you smoke.
I've met people like that before.
I do gotta look back on that because I really
I
don't
thought it was
remember
from the burns and stuff because when they were still playing off that.
that. Well, a lot of things were from the burn. I
Yeah.
mean, the whole thing. The
Now,
whole,
did they have it 1 week and then just get rid of it?
no, didn't he have it for a few promos?
They had it for he had it for a while.
Because I know The Rock made fun of him.
And then I think X-Pac is the one who made him say "suck it" without the X.
Oh yeah,
the
that's
voice
right. I
box.
remember that. So Fandumbo interrupted during the match
I don't know who that is. That
Yeah, I
a
don't
new
know who that
acquisition
is.
they signed?
I don't know who that is.
with his big lit up display.
Yes, the greatest entrance of all
Oh,
time.
Fandango. We're talking about Fandango still. Okay.
We're talking
His,
about Fandumbo.
The silhouette
He
over the ring.
appeared-
That was great, right?
I hate
I
it.
watched it twice.
He is a
It caught me
copycat.
off guard. I didn't get
He
it.
is. He
It's
copied
wrestling.
Sid Vicious. He,
It's
he
wrestling.
copied Diesel and he copied Razor Ramon.
No, but he made it better.
No.
He
So wait,
copied it and then made
wait.
it
So
better.
all those guys, it was original.
Yes.
But when Fandango does it, it's a copy.
It's a copy.
No, he just made it better.
No.
Because
He did. He improved it because. It's,
because Diesel, Sid, and
horrible.
Razor Ramon didn't have a silhouette of themselves.
no,
Well,
And candles.
that was
Sid
great.
had his name Sid.
His name.
That was
So
great.
stupid.
Hey,
So
it was
stupid.
great.
It was.
I got so excited.
Yeah, but now we have to see that stupid thing at WrestleMania.
I got so excited. I
That's
thought
gonna
he
be
was
amazing.
he
at
was really
WrestleMania.
gonna have a match. I was
Yeah,
so
because the
I didn't
entrance was
expect
all
it.
vamped
No.
up
Yeah.
and
Yeah, like
I knew it
yes, it's happening. And then quickly,
see,
I quickly
see, this
realized it
is-
wasn't
see-
gonna happen.
See, but this is you though. You get. I've noticed this with you. You get happy for a gimmick, and then they have the match. You hate the gimmick.
When?
You've done that
With what?
With a few people.
Like who? I'll give you time to think about it while we continue talking about how great Fandango is.
Fandango, I can already see how amazing.
I quickly realized it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, I kind of realized it wasn't going to happen when Great Khali came out.
Yeah.
Because I figured, are they really going to put him over the Great Khali?
He's still going to have a match.
Meh. I don't know. I feel like, I don't think he's just going to get himself disqualified right off the bat.
Yeah.
It would be interesting, though, to see if he did lose his first match.
It would. I'm really pushing for that.
Because
There's one, but I just can't think of it. That you like
if by one you mean none, I will agree with you. Because I don't just sour on a gimmick like that after a match. It's once the character for me gets boring, just like everybody else. But it's not after one match. And a gimmick isn't completely destroyed if the wrestler can't wrestle.
Wait, that's what you said. That's what I meant. You get excited for a gimmick, and then it gets boring at the end.
Because WWE can't write.
Well, here's the thing, though.
They can't write and they can't book properly.
Here's the main deal.
Look at their build-up to Mania.
Well, look, you guys don't have to worry about that because that's not a gimmick. That's who he really is.
No, it's not. Fandango.
They should give him a gimmick.
He's really a ballroom
They should make
dancer.
him creepy or something.
Yeah.
And change his name to Johnny Curtis.
I actually agree.
I don't know
with
what
that.
you guys are crazy.
And then they could call him Creeper Curtis or something.
I agree.
He's not a creep.
He appeared on stage.
He's still a creep though. He's so great.
He is. He gets that creepy stare.
Just rubbing
And
himself.
Yes.
Come on, it's great.
That's what sells it for me. I love it. Oh goodness, this is amazing in every way.
Sickening.
You guys gotta see NXT.
Come on, hurry up, WWE. Fandango shirt before WrestleMania.
No, absolutely not.
So
Please,
that's why,
with the silhouette. Just put the silhouette on the
That's why
t-shirt.
people don't cheer for him because they are too busy.
I'm looking at the girl dancing. I'm not even looking at him.
And what they're also doing
absolutely
is they're going on WWEshop.com on their
Looking
their
for the
phones,
merch, and
looking
it's still
for
not there.
Fandango merch.
Oh, yeah.
They want the vest.
Yeah.
They want that
And
pants.
I have a beef with the crowd at this point. Yeah, the match didn't happen, but the crowd, like John, is ridiculous. And they're chanting things that don't make any sense.
Well, You Can't Wrestle did not make any sense.
This was the Pittsburgh crowd in Raw.
Made no sense. You're
I
chanting a guy can't wrestle when he hasn't had a match.
Well, I think they should have changed the gimmick because that would have been kind of funny. But no, they wanted to go. You can't wrestle. It didn't make no sense.
It only makes sense if I think you said it. They were talking about Khali.
Yeah.
It only makes sense at that point.
Because we have seen Khali wrestle.
What? He's awesome.
If you call that
World Heavyweight Champion.
If you call what he does,
I give it to him.
If you call what he does wrestling, then yeah, he wrestles.
Yes.
The
dancing is phenomenal. I think he was really offended by Great Khali's dancing, actually.
Well, what's the? See, I want to bring up the girl from NXT, but we can't.
Why not?
We're
not talking about Emma.
They
have all these dancing gimmicks.
This will be on. Yes.
That would be a storyline for Fandango.
No, here's the thing: is I thought about it. Khali has the whatever this is.
The raising your arms.
Yeah, he has that. Right. You have the Monsters of Funk, Brodus Clay.
Yes, and Sweet Tea.
The
They
Funkadactyls.
do the Gangnam Style and the shovel.
They do all these dancing things. It's not new necessarily, except he does a ballroom style.
Right.
Dancing faction.
It's just because
Dancing faction.
Dancing faction. You have the three monsters with Khali, Brodus Clay, and Sweet Tea, and then the technical prowess
of
Where do you put Emma J?
I forgot about Emma at this point because she hasn't debuted on WETV, but her thing is more of an awkward thing though. It's not so much, although she does do it during the match. It doesn't matter. She could be a Funkadactyl.
Yeah, there we go. But that wouldn't be.
Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not.
Maybe
Wait
not.
a minute.
Wait a minute. She could be the permanent dancer instead of having these different women dance with Fandango.
They could be the Oreo.
Huh?
They'd be an Oreo.
Wow.
Wow. How did I miss that?
I was avoiding it, but hey.
They could be an Oreo.
Because they have a different woman with Fandango every time he comes out.
Yeah.
So you could just have Emma be the new constant. Mm-hmm. And then boom, she's in the faction too.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's funny because I'm a fan of factions, even when they're terrible.
Okay.
Just because you get everybody out there and they can all do something, even if they're just on the outside.
That's the problem. There's no factions now.
Oh,
and
so
even if there was, there'd be one faction against everybody.
Like aces and eights.
That's exactly what I was going to mention right now.
Well, no,
It's funny because you
like
see one company that's faction heavy.
Yeah.
Where they keep pulling these factions out.
It works though for them.
Right. But then, you have WWE who just seems to be trying to avoid factions at all costs.
And they have this huge, I want to say a bigger roster than they've had, especially in the last 10 years.
It shows,
and most of the people don't get used.
It shows me that they don't know how to handle a faction.
Or
look what they did to the Nexus.
Yeah.
I mean, they destroyed it in a matter of...
The Shield already has done more.
Yeah.
Within the first month or two, they did more than the Nexus did, because Nexus went south really fast. Yeah. As much as I liked the Nexus and still think it was a great idea,
it was executed.
It was executed very poorly. But the Shield, on the opposite side of that coin, is the prize.
Yeah.
It's like the one side of the coin, kind of dirty, scratched up, and for some reason this other side is so shiny. Yeah. It's still good. You still want to look at it.
Well, and they, look, they have won their matches. They are undefeated so far.
In tag team matches,
I really, I guess I'm just nervous as to what they have in the future. Because at some point they're going to be...
We'll talk about that later, because there's two rumors going around.
Alright.
But we'll get to that later. I just want to finish up SmackDown real quick.
We went to Raw and just kept talking about it.
Fandango comes down and hits Jericho while the referee is distracted, allowing Swagger to get the ring. After the match, Fandango came in and beat up Jericho.
Yes!
Fandango hit the top rope leg drop to end it. What are you, Hulk Hogan?
Oh boy!
No, that was one of his finishers.
What was his finisher?
It was one of his finishers from whatever. I've never really seen it.
No, it's another
I gotta see this.
It was a top rope leg drop. What are you talking about?
This I gotta see.
Somebody
cannot
else
wait
used to do that.
to see Fandango.
Was it Grandmaster Sexy did it?
Was it him?
Somebody did it.
Jeff Hardy.
Matt
Hardy used it. Matt Hardy used it, but that wasn't his finisher. That was
no. But I guess for this, he did that.
Yeah, it was just an attack. It wasn't necessarily.
He had the Falcon Arrow was one of my. I don't know if I said it on the show.
Yeah, you did.
And then he was using Bray Wyatt's finisher at house shows or whatever.
So Fandango's losing.
The leg drop kind of doesn't fit his character, but hey,
maybe
this means they're bringing up Bray Wyatt at some point, and they can't both have that finisher.
Maybe.
Backstage interview with Big Show, talking about tonight's main event. Yay!
I bet he shows his fist. That's how every Big Show promo is. They ask Big Show something, and he just shows his fist. So he says, "You see this?"
Enough said.
I didn't have this.
Those are his promos these days. Oh yeah, I didn't have my fist back when we faced at WrestleMania. Okay.
You moron. Hope I meet Big Show. So you didn't have your fist at WrestleMania? What was it, 17?
Oh, you should appreciate like that.
Or 18?
His fist next to your face.
Oh yeah.
Like he's done to people. That'd be awesome.
Which one? Was that 16 or 7? Oh, 16 or 17 they faced off at?
When Big Show went up against Undertaker? That was 19.
19, okay.
It was,
It was
A-Train and Big Show.
Okay. That's
versus Undertaker.
And he didn't have his fist, apparently, so.
No, he didn't.
Damian Sandow and Cody Rhodes come out with the Bella Twins.
Yes! The Bella
Saturday,
Twins!
Brodus Clay, Cameron, and Naomi are out next. The match ends with a no contest. When the Bellas interfered, Naomi took them out and danced.
Okay.
And that's it.
Alright.
Wade Barrett comes out for commentary.
Did they kill off Cameron or something?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, good. As long as they took one of them out.
The Miz defeated Antonio Cesaro by submission.
Oh, really? Are they really going to start this feud up again?
No point.
Barrett.
Oh, but I did read this. Is the whole time he was calling out Barrett.
Yeah, Barrett teased
what is
Miz
this?
for the Intercontinental title. It looks like the Miz is going to win the title, so...
A title.
And the main event, oh my god, are you kidding me?
I'm sick of this.
The Super Friends versus the three-man jobber band.
I don't know who that is. I don't know
next.
who you're referring to.
Sheamus got the pin and sort of upset Big Show. They got into it, and out comes the Shield. Orton, Sheamus, and Show regrouped and stopped them from entering the ring to end the show.
It sounds like this show started off good, and then got bad.
I disagree. I read these, like, just what the matches were, and I was excited.
Right.
I was like, oh, this main event looks great.
I'm really looking forward to that Fandango.
I didn't read the details. I didn't know that happened.
But
I just saw that.
Here's the thing, though.
Swagger won.
Right.
They gave the three-man band some time on Raw. It was actually a decent match. Do you remember it?
I remember thinking, why is it that Jinder Mahal isn't in any of these matches?
Now he
That's
is.
the
Now he
exact same
is.
thing I asked.
Now he is. But
Because that's
will they give them time on SmackDown? Or is it just going to be the Super Friends?
Well, that's the thing is, it's SmackDown. It's edited. You can never know. You can't take these things with, this is exactly what you're going to see on TV.
Yeah.
Or anything. You can't tell with the promos, with matches, because I've read stories about how they will go back out if a match is too good or a spot is too great and have them redo it without the spot.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
They might have done their whole rocker thing in the middle of the ring, and that could get cut. Or shortened, at least.
Which is upsetting, because everybody wants to see that. Including me.
Yay.
I'm serious. Do you know those, I don't know what they're called, but,
Bobbleheads.
sometimes, no, not bobbleheads. They're like these pictures where if you move them, the picture moves.
Yeah.
Alright? I want a shirt of the 3MB doing their dance, doing air guitaring, so that whenever
The air
people see me,
centaur.
yeah, and they're just, as I'm walking and people are looking at my shirt, they're just jamming away. How awesome of a shirt would that be?
I'm shaking my head.
Imagine if that pissed somebody off, though. Your shirt's doing too much! It's supposed to be stationary.
So that's pretty much SmackDown. Ant-Man said it looks good till the end.
No, I think it looks good throughout.
I just want Fandango. I just want to see that.
It's interesting
segment.
that I don't know if any of you guys came up with it or you read it somewhere, but Jericho and Fandango.
I read it.
Yeah.
I didn't think that would happen. I didn't think he would.
I was hoping it wasn't gonna happen.
I didn't think he would debut before Mania or anything.
Right.
But now that it looks like, hey, maybe he's gonna have a match, and I came up with the joke that he should lose, just keep losing.
Yeah.
I think that'll happen.
I think Jericho's gonna win.
I also think that if you don't know if he can wrestle, and he's gonna have if you don't know if he can, but he's gonna have a match with Jericho.
He's gotta have a match.
He's gotta have some skill.
Right. He's got it. I mean,
It's not. You don't put Jericho up against anybody. There's a reason.
That's why I'm saying this match might be a little off for me. It's really Chris Jericho versus nobody right now.
But doesn't that say something where if he does win...
No, I get it, but are you taking a shot in the dark?
I've seen his matches. I mean, not so much his matches, because I've seen him in a lot of tags.
But I understand NXT, but this is the big time.
It's the same thing. He works no matter what. I think he works no matter what. Because look at Big E.
Big E butt cheeks?
I know. Those cheeks are what steal the show.
I'm just waiting for him to be in a match already. That's all.
And it's going to happen.
It should
it's
happen.
Funny because he hasn't had a match on WWE television.
Not at all.
He's a face in NXT.
And you don't know if he will have a match at any point until Mania, but he's going to be at Mania.
Yes.
So you're taking the shot in the dark with him, but you're arguing against Fandango.
Probably tag team champions.
Yeah. And
that's what I'm saying. It's still a match at Mania.
Seeing as how that's going to be the match at WrestleMania, you can almost guarantee that AJ Lee is going to do nothing but be a valet at WrestleMania.
But she'll be there. And it's going to be good.
I hope I get her autograph. I really want her autograph. Be like, ah!
Oh, man.
That would kill him.
It would.
It might break me a little bit.
It would. I think so. No, I'm from Union City too. What a coincidence!
just make up stories. No, you remember that block?
Yeah.
That block, right? Just vague. Anything vague. You remember high school?
Yeah, remember high school?
Good times. Just make stuff up.
Word about the Divas at WrestleMania. We know there's no match. Word is from the weekend within WWE was that no Divas matches were penciled in yet for WrestleMania 29, but the Divas would be used in some segments. We noted on Tuesday that an 8 Divas match with the Bella Twins, Tamina Snuka, and a heel Layla versus Caitlyn, Cameron, Naomi, and Maria Menounos.
It's a shame.
Just like
it's okay. It really is a shame. It really is a shame.
Pats for Ant-Man.
To bring in Maria Menounos, non-wrestler, which is fine.
This is the
which is
fine because she wasn't the worst, I guess, in the past. But you have this roster that really didn't need the Bellas. I argue against the Bellas.
No.
I argue against him because, like I said, at some point to you, they bring him in to revamp the division that didn't need it.
Right.
You need better writing. You don't need to bring in more people.
Absolutely.
And to bring in yet another person that's not within the WWE, a celebrity, it's just it's another slap in the face to any of the women that are involved with the company.
That are already there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying. I do. But I'm just glad they're back.
I know you're glad that one of them is back. Sort of.
I'm glad both of them are back.
You're on the fence about one.
I'm disappointed in one.
Yeah.
But I'm still happy.
The only thing that can come from this is the Bella Busters form, and I'll be happy.
Yeah, that's true.
I won't even be happy with that. That's a lie. I'll be very mad.
Regal has words for Cassius Ohno?
Of course, they're continuing this feud.
Well,
this might need to wait until I do my 3-episode review on Friday.
And also CM Punk's injury report. It's been reported that CM Punk's injury at Raw 2 weeks ago in the match with Kane was an arm injury. PW Insider report said it was either a
1 week ago
or knee injury. Yeah, right.
It wasn't 2 weeks ago.
What a baby, man up, Punk.
As noted, Punk has been.
What do you expect from the guy?
I'm kidding.
What do you expect from the guy that can't cut promos?
Stop it!
Can't wrestle his way up a paper bag.
Yeah.
And juggles an urn.
That was awesome.
Cheap heat.
I loved it.
Oh, hey, I can't tell. Did he curse or did my TV have a hiccup?
He cursed, yeah.
I was pretty sure he did. I was pretty sure
everything about that.
And before that happened, I was talking to somebody, not mentioning names unless they're on the show, that I don't like that he was doing it. I've heard other people like within the company or whatever didn't like it. I didn't like it just because, and it ended up happening. What if he drops it? Like mid promo, he drops it by accident. Because you have to spend a lot of energy paying attention to what you're doing with your hands.
Yeah.
Where this
I
urn is
guess
going.
he played basketball when he was a kid.
Maybe.
Or,
That's why I was against it at first. Until the end, where he drops it.
He did drop it on purpose.
Yes.
Possibly on purpose. I'm not so sure.
Right.
But Undertaker's promo sucked.
Undertaker can't really cut a promo. He really can't.
No, he can't.
That's why you had Paul Bearer.
That's
exactly why you had Paul Bearer. Or you have everyone else that he's in a feud with.
I'm starting to think
to him, calling him out.
The Paul Bearer death is a work. He's alive.
Stop it!
They're just doing this to make a storyline for the Undertaker CM. He's on an island with Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit and his family.
Why would you stop?
And Andy Kaufman.
And Andy Kaufman.
Everybody else.
And Umaga. And Umaga's just being himself. No, there's no way. This storyline
needed to get away from his family.
Yes, this should have been the worst storyline in the history of any of Undertaker's matches. And then Paul Bearer just dies.
Giant Gonzalez.
Giant Gonzalez, yeah, they great.
Well, no, he was just big. I mean, that was okay.
Back to Punk. He's been downplaying the injury to everyone that's asked. Punk assured people he won't need time off and he'll be fine for WrestleMania 29.
Except for the fact that he was pulled from all the house shows up until Mania. Obviously, there's something there.
I did see a funny picture where it had... you might have seen it. No, both of you might have seen it. It's a picture of CM Punk saying to The Undertaker, "You've never faced anyone like me before." And then right under the picture is the CM Punk Undertaker Hell in a Cell match that they had like a few years ago.
I don't think I've seen this.
We have updated plans for Brock Lesnar versus The Rock. As noted before, the current plan is...
Hold on, can I say one more thing about Punk?
Okay.
This isn't about him necessarily, it's about the internet. I've been seeing a lot of memes recently that are Punk's not impressed memes. And they're all terrible. They use the same Punk face.
And they just edit it onto the picture. That's the joke though.
No. But usually when I've seen these, and they've been better in the past, the face actually matches to whatever he's not impressed with.
Yeah. But
these pictures just have him smiling, and it just comes off as goofy, not that he's unimpressed.
Yeah. Yeah, I see.
Come on, internet, you're better than that.
Well, I don't think the internet's better than that. They're just getting lazy.
Well, with their memes, they're better than that.
They were, because if it's like whenever a meme catches on, everybody tries to make their own.
Yeah.
And that's what ruins it.
Yeah.
Leave it to the pros.
But as far as is not impressed, fill in the blank, is not impressed, they've been better than I've seen with these Punk ones. Punk's had so many expressions throughout the years that you can't find a better one than him smiling.
The one that I liked was, someone had him in, I think Daniel Bryan had him, no, John Cena had him in the STF, and somebody perfectly edited the CM Punk is not impressed face onto CM Punk, and it looked like this STF wasn't doing anything to him. It was just whatever, so I'm in the STF. It did look good though.
Okay.
I do like the John Cena, good guy John Cena meme.
Everyone likes
We
to
we
do
saw
that.
one
Yes, we
yesterday. We were just saying, spoiler alert, I win.
did.
So John Cena's essentially saving you time,
Yes.
so you don't have to put up with this match.
Update on plans for Lesnar and Rock. As noted before.
The next year thing?
The current plans for Triple H to keep Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 29. The big issue is that WWE officials want Lesnar to headline WrestleMania 30 against The Rock, so he shouldn't be doing any jobs right now regarding Rock versus Brock.
I call BS on it. I call BS on this whole report.
The plan is to do a small tease with the two on Raw the night after WrestleMania this year. The idea is to only do a tease and not to push it too hard, so fans won't expect it happening at SummerSlam.
At SummerSlam?
Yep.
Did they just say WrestleMania 30?
Because there were reports they wanted Rock and Lesnar.
They might just do this.
SummerSlam.
They might just do this. Lay a foundation for a feud.
Well,
What they don't want is another year-long feud, I guess.
You know what's interesting is they're building two guys who aren't necessarily with the company.
Yeah.
They're part-time schedule guys to feud together.
Well,
ridiculous.
I hope it's for the title.
Ridiculous.
I'd laugh if it was for the title.
It should be for the
That'd
title.
Kind of funny.
Or neither the champion nor the challenger.
So which means Triple H is not retiring. Pretty much.
Which I'm pretty sure we all knew.
But I mean, why would you throw that stipulation in then?
It's so stupid.
Because Triple H is going to win.
Because
It just makes it more obvious. It's not like he's Ric Flair.
They figure, all right, the fans know he's not going to lose, so let's just make it more obvious by throwing in that stipulation.
But
another reason is it's 29.
Here's how I see it.
You know Cena's going to win, and you know that it's going to be a third match next year.
Yeah.
Exactly why I called BS when I initially read this. No. Doesn't make any
I don't think
sense.
there's going to be a third match.
I want thrice in a lifetime.
But here's what I think.
Rock and Stone Cold three times.
The only way I can see Rock and Lesnar happening, the Rock's in the ring cutting a promo, Lesnar comes out, they stare at each other, and that ends the show.
They're gonna do the same thing they did with
Ryback and Mark Henry.
Ryback and Mark Henry. Or
they might as well.
Nothing ever happened
That's
with this
basically
Big Show and Nash.
That's basically how WWE should start all their feuds from now on.
Just stare down.
They stare at each other.
Just one guy's entering, one guy's leaving.
Yeah, like one of these days you can have one of them leaving a bathroom. And like the other one's waiting outside, and then the guys come out, they just stare at each other.
They did something like that on NXT.
Did they? Brilliant. That's a new spin.
You know who was involved with it?
Adrian Neville.
No.
Johnny Curtis. I saw them doing this again.
Johnny Curtis.
WrestleMania.
He was hanging out in the bathroom.
They're gonna have WrestleMania rewind edition of Raw.
Oh, so this is when they have like rematches from past WrestleManias.
Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle. Shawn Michaels.
Update on Rey's WWE status. Rey Mysterio possibly leaving the WWE soon.
Nope.
The word now is that he may be looking to be released, and WWE is considering granting if they can keep the merchandise rights.
This is so funny.
One source indicates that WWE really wants him to stay, and will be doing everything in their power to keep him.
It's so funny. Every week they have a new thing with Rey Mysterio. The internet and Rey Mysterio.
I think.
He's going to be with the company for years, even after he retires. It's going to be lifelong. Next week, I don't know. Week after that, they want him out, but they want to keep his merch.
I'm going to say that what's going on with Rey Mysterio on the internet right now is far more interesting than any storyline he's ever been a part of. But seriously, I can't see the end. I don't know how this is going to end.
We talked about Austin's podcast yesterday. Update on Ric Flair's WrestleMania weekend appearance.
Yeah,
check this out. Ric Flair on Facebook said that he will not be appearing at WrestleCon during WrestleMania 29 weekend. His girlfriend, on the other hand, said he's appearing, and Flair was to receive a $15,000 check for the Sunday afternoon appearance.
Isn't Ric Flair with the WWE?
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
Half of the check.
Ric Flair should quit women.
I know.
He should.
Because they just get him into trouble.
I know.
And it's like, does he see this coming at all? Does he know it's coming and he just does it anyway?
Paul McCartney of the wrestling world?
Oh, this guy.
Just quit women?
This guy.
Wow, more TNA, wow.
Yes.
They had
My favorite.
They had more one night only pay-per-views.
I read them, and the spoilers weren't that bad.
It
was interesting, because you know who's going to win. You have the TNA knockouts versus, like, indie women.
Right.
For their knockouts one. Like, come on.
The Hardcore Justice 2.
I didn't read that one.
One night looks interesting. Tag team ladder match. Christopher Daniels and Kazarian defeated Generation Me. Homicide.
Is this the tag team one?
Yes. No, this is Hardcore Justice 2.
This sounds like the tag team one.
Homicide and Hernandez defeated the New Church. ODB and Jackie Moore in a hardcore knockouts match. I guess Jackie Moore's wrestling. Hardcore
Well,
gauntlet.
she used to be.
I know. Hardcore gauntlet match. Shark Boy!
What?
What?
He's still
Oh
there?
my gosh, I just realized that all these people are all in the one night pay-per-views.
Yeah.
I read the spoilers to them. Didn't put together they're using all the same people because they were recorded at the same time.
Yep.
Right.
Wow.
Wins over Gunner, Crimson, Devon, Storm, Lil Guido, Funaki, Sam Shaw, Johnny Swinger, and 2 Cold Scorpio. Funaki! James Storm, Magnus, and Hardcore Holly. What?
Oh, well,
I didn't read this.
So that's where he is.
Defeated the Doc.
The Doc?
The Doc.
Wait, they added the?
The Doc.
So now they changed Doc to the Doc.
The Doc.
And Mike Knox to
Mike Knox.
To Nux.
Yeah. Wes Briscoe and Nux. Monsters Ball. Joseph Parks defeated Judas Messias.
Oh, man. Judas
Messias, sorry.
I was hoping it would be another
Messias
Joey
was
Ryan
escorted
match.
to the ring by James Mitchell.
Of course, they did this with Abyss. They had the feud. I don't think you were watching at this point. They had Abyss versus Judas Messias, who was supposed to be really big in TNA because he was really big in AAA, and they had this deal, but he might be big for the Mexican audience.
Not TNA.
Physically, he might be big.
Yeah.
But he's still Mexican.
Next to
especially Abyss, but like you go to TNA and he's very short. And it didn't work well.
It didn't. Oh, it was horrible. Jeff Hardy and tag team table match. Jeff Hardy and Spike Dudley.
That came off super racist. He's still Mexican.
No, but you know, people can call you racist all they want, but they know exactly what you mean.
It's still true.
They know exactly what you mean.
Defeated Team 3D. So that's Hardcore Justice 2. It looks okay.
Mm-hmm. The other ones looked alright.
This is the TNA Heavyweight Tournament. One night only. Samoa Joe defeated Jeff Hardy. Mr. Anderson defeated James Storm. James Storm defeated Bully Ray via IDQ.
What show is this?
TNA Heavyweight Tournament. One night only.
I don't know if I saw this one.
Austin Aries defeated Kurt Angle.
Well, I like Austin Aries.
That's surprising though.
Bobby Roode defeated Sting. Bobby Roode defeated James Storm. Samoa Joe defeated Austin Aries. And Bobby Roode defeated Samoa Joe.
Bobby Roode.
Roode.
I saw the tag one. I saw the knockouts one, and I saw the World Cup one. The World Cup one seemed possibly the most interesting after the tag one.
So that
I didn't see it, but I saw spoilers for it.
Does it for news. Now on to, as I got the bracket finally finished.
Yes,
the
you did.
WWE Champion Tournament bracket.
Indeed.
As I like to call it.
Basically, it's somewhat of an NCAA themed.
It is.
Thing, but we replaced it with WWE wrestlers.
And
well, not WWE,
now
just
remember,
wrestlers in general.
This is going by.
We'll take this out.
Wow, what a jerk!
I'll take this out.
What a jerk!
Read it.
Well, let's keep going.
We're going by accomplishments, championships, what they've done for the business, and you want to throw one more in there? Impact.
Work
Impact on the business.
Impact on the business. Yes.
All right. So the first one is Hulk Hogan being 1 against Kevin Nash, ranked 16.
Well, that's pretty obvious. Hogan moves on.
Hogan moves on, but I will give Kevin Nash
credit.
Yeah,
he did.
But he did start off his Oz.
Oz.
As we know.
That just reminds me of the movie Oz.
He went on to Diesel.
I wasn't
being
impressed.
HBK's partner.
His bodyguard.
His
bodyguard, yes. With that glorious mullet.
Tag team champions.
Mm.
Then WWF champion.
Yeah.
Then went to WCW, New World Order, and that pretty much put his career on the map with the NWO. But as Hogan, as we know,
it's just on a whole nother level.
Yeah. So I guess we call that.
And let's not forget Nash's amazing appearances in the Royal Rumble. They're pretty awesome.
They are. So are we agree on Hogan?
Yeah, Hogan moves on.
Rob?
Yep, he approves.
Thumbs up from Rob. So Hogan moves on.
The Hulkster.
Next, we have Mil Mascaras.
Mil Mascaras.
Thank you. I love that Spanish.
Indeed, yes.
It.
That's what I'm here for.
Against Mick Foley.
Yeah, translate.
Yes.
What did he say?
Mil Mascaras.
Against Mick Foley.
Okay. See, this is interesting because both were pioneers in different ways.
Yes.
I guess Mil Mascaras would be a pioneer in Mexican wrestling, but then you have Mick Foley, who brought a new sense of hardcore to the WWE.
Yes.
This is really tough to decide, and it shouldn't be, because obviously most people would put Mick Foley ahead, no problem.
Oh, definitely.
But you do have to acknowledge what Mil Mascaras meant to the business in Mexico.
He was, yeah. He was a ALLL World Heavyweight Champion.
Mm-hmm.
An All Japan Pro Wrestling at PWF United States Heavyweight Champion, and an IWA World Heavyweight Champion. He's in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, I do remember him being inducted.
Is that enough to beat Mick Foley though? Mick Foley has won the WWF title, Hardcore title, Tag Team titles, Intercontinental title?
I want to say yes, although I'm not sure. I remember him being in a feud with Randy Orton for the Intercontinental title, and I don't think he won that.
Rob,
Randy
do you
Orton,
know if Mick Foley won the title?
I don't know.
Like I said, I think he I don't think he won it. Well, maybe before
No, he
that
did
feud.
not. He was a WWF champion 3 times, Hardcore champion, Tag Team champion. He did win a Slammy Award, and he's in the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
So
Well, yeah, he will be after this year, right? He's the
Yes.
Okay.
So
I mean, I guess you got it.
it's tough.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, I guess you'd have to.
Oh, he was also a Legends champion, a World Heavyweight champion, TNA. Completely forgot about that. And he was the WCW World Tag Team champion.
Yeah. Well, I guess we would have to put Mick Foley ahead.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
I don't want to upset the Mexican fans.
No, but I mean, we are acknowledging what
I
he means to
know,
the business. It's just Mick Foley is a pretty big legend as well. That's
I
all.
would say I'd go on Mick Foley.
Yeah.
Rob?
I would say Mick Foley just because unless you really follow anything else, just from us being in America at least, worldwide everyone knows who Mick Foley is.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's primarily I can't pronounce his name.
Mascaras.
If you're from Mexico
primarily that area.
or like that, you would know him.
Exactly.
Whereas you'd still know Mick Foley in Mexico.
Yeah, you would. Absolutely.
I thought this was a good one. Chris Jericho versus Ted DiBiase.
Jericho.
Man.
Jericho,
I think
don't care.
It'd have to be Jericho.
Jericho?
Just because of, again, look, they both very charismatic, both great on the mic, but Jericho just has so many more titles. So many more.
9-time Intercontinental champion.
First undisputed champion.
First undisputed champion.
He's got a lot under his belt.
Cruiserweight champion. It's just nuts. Jericho all around.
Yep.
Bob Backlund versus Arn Anderson.
Oh, this one's going to put me to sleep.
No, not really. I mean, I give Arn Anderson credit. He was with the Four Horsemen.
He was.
Tag team champion.
He was. But he was never the big champion.
He was never the big champion, though.
See, that's interesting because we do have Bob Backlund's very long title reign going up against Arn Anderson's, what he did in the Four Horsemen, basically.
Yes.
This is actually...
He was a WWF champion in the World Wrestling Federation.
Okay.
And he actually was, he wasn't even a WCW tag team champion. Oh, there it is. Okay. In Mid-Atlantic. That's why. So it was NWA, Mid-Atlantic / WCW World Tag Team Champion 5 times.
Okay.
And an NWA Tag Team Champion as well. So you look at Bob Backlund's 2,000-day reign against Arn Anderson's, I guess, tag team.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but I would give it to Bob Backlund. It's a tough one.
I think you're probably right because... he's boring, but
he did hold the title.
He did hold the title for a really long time. You'll never see something like that again.
But
you will. He did have a good feud with Bret Hart during his second.
But I give where the Four Horsemen, when he was in the Four Horsemen, that they feuded with the NWO.
Definitely.
And Arn Anderson was a big part of that group. I mean, he was I would say the backup for Ric Flair. Because they were always in like the ring together and stuff, where he was always outside the ring.
Yeah. I would say, even though I don't think you gave your answer yet, I'm gonna go with Arn Anderson.
I think I actually said Bob Backlund.
Oh, well.
I did go with Bob Backlund.
I'm going with Arn Anderson. Yeah, Backlund had the title for a long time, but as far as our generation is concerned, that's just on paper, and it doesn't really mean anything to us.
I mean, who knows how like his matches were actually
like while it was happening. I'm sure it was a big deal, just like how right now Punk is a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But really, when it comes down to 50 years from now, no one's going to remember it, and they're just going to see it on paper, whereas we're talking about Arn Anderson and Boring Backlund, people emulate Arn Anderson, like Triple H, doing the spine buster. What does anybody do right now that people attribute to Bob Backlund?
Yeah, nothing really.
So I have to go with Arn Anderson for that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a change of mind there, right, man, or are you sticking to your?
I don't know. No, I would stick to it. A very good argument, by the way.
Yeah.
But
I knew I was going to when you both picked Backlund.
But it is tough. I mean, I like I said, I watched Arn Anderson in WCW, and he was a big part of that whole rivalry with the NWO. It was big. I mean, it was basically the Four Horsemen against everybody else.
So are you having a change of heart?
It's tough. I mean,
that's all right. Backlund won.
I won't take it personally.
Yeah,
Backlund won.
Backlund.
Backlund won.
I have to go with Backlund still. I don't want to, but...
Well, either way, whoever we put ahead was going to lose to Chris Jericho.
Yes,
anyway,
but I mean, never know. Never know.
It's true.
Jerry Lawler versus the Iron Sheik.
Ooh, interesting.
I will say, and this is because we all have different experiences with both of these wrestlers, I say Lawler.
Here's the thing with Jerry Lawler. He was never a champion.
I don't think that really matters. As far as for my argument, that doesn't matter. His feud with Andy Kaufman, I want to say, brought an extra level to professional wrestling to the mainstream audience.
I mean, he's
got the southern wrestler guy against a very famous comedian.
Yeah. That
really brought an extra spotlight to professional wrestling. Well, Iron Sheik, yeah, he feuded with Hulk Hogan.
I mean, don't get me wrong, he's got a good...
And he's been champion, but...
He's got great accomplishments, like what I'm looking at right now. He's got a lot of championships from different organizations.
Iron Sheik?
No, Jerry Lawler.
Well, I don't know how much you want to take those into consideration, really.
That's what I mean.
That's like when you own a federation, you're the champion.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what it is. But, and I also want to say, I mean, this wasn't part of the criteria, but overall, even past wrestling, Lawler hasn't done much to tarnish his legacy.
That's right.
As much as I think Sheik has. Because Sheik is just bat crap crazy.
He is, but
that dude just goes on rants and
he was a WWE champion.
Tirades.
He was a tag team champion, and he's in the Hall of Fame. So is Jerry Lawler, but he's got a championship under his belt, something Jerry Lawler never did.
I'm sticking with my reasons.
I gotta go with Iron Sheik.
Oh, damn it.
I gotta.
I should get my answer out first. I hate doing this.
I'm just going by facts. If Jerry Lawler was like an Intercontinental champion, then maybe. Or like,
but Jerry is the king.
He is the king. I understand.
The king.
But he never held the championship.
But I mean,
so neither did Roddy Piper.
But would we?
And people say he's one of the greats.
But would we factor in? Would we factor in Jerry Lawler overall as an announcer too, though?
Iron Sheik on announcing?
No, would we consider Jerry Lawler's work as an announcer?
I think it was good back in the Attitude Era. Now it's completely garbage.
Well, now it's completely garbage. But I mean, like, does that factor in at all?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, because Iron Sheik only does stuff like
on the internet where he curses and no one knows what he's really talking about.
I think I'm just gonna do a coin flip.
You can't do a coin flip.
No
really?
coin flips.
Coin flips are illegal.
But it's your opinion. I mean, we've given you facts.
Yeah.
On their careers.
I just feel like I almost want to say that Jerry Lawler is more well known than Iron Sheik, though. That's what I think.
When you,
I mean, I know Iron Sheik is. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of people know him. I'm not saying he's not known like other people. Like let's say Luthez. But I mean, it's tough. I really don't know what to put here. I really don't know.
This is the tough one.
It is. It's very tough. I shouldn't have let you put Jerry Lawler in there, because that just made it harder. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
All right. You know what? I based the Chris Jericho one off titles. I have to do it
Which
again.
is fair.
I have to do it again.
So Iron Sheik.
I have to go Iron Sheik.
All right. Iron Sheik moves on.
Shucks.
That's why I wanted the coin flip. Maybe he
No,
would.
you can't do it. You can't do a coin flip. Unless it's a two-headed
Boy,
coin.
this
and
is
heads
kind of
smaller.
not. This is kind of not fair. John Cena versus Dory Funk Jr.
Oh well, man.
John
Well, we got to
Cena.
think about this for a second here.
I pick John Cena.
John Cena.
Well, obviously, yeah, John Cena. Cleaning
John
house.
Cena, and that's mine is based off of how he's the new Rock, the new Hogan. He's been champion so many times.
I mean, I'll give Dory Funk credit where credit's due, but he's not the Cena.
Yeah, he's nowhere near that level. Not even close.
Yeah, Dory Funk is one of those guys we would know about.
Yeah.
He's not world known.
And
Maybe he is.
he was
For
only
a certain
inducted
age
into the
group.
Hall of Fame. He never did anything in WWE.
Yeah.
All around the world he did. You know,
Yeah.
NWA Western State Sports, NWA Hollywood Wrestling,
Oh, boy.
Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling.
This is all the southern stuff.
Yes, NWA Wrestling from
I
Florida,
wonder if anyone's ever seen any of this.
and All Japan Pro Wrestling. So, you know, like I said, I give where credit. He's won a lot of championships.
Yeah.
But nothing in WWE, so
Right.
I have to go with Cena on that one. Andre the Giant versus Nick Bockwinkel.
Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giant.
I don't even think there's certain guys I don't think we even need to give reasons.
Yeah, really. Just come on. Just move them on.
It's almost like giving him a bye.
Rock
It was
versus
so
Jimmy
unfair.
Snuka.
The Rock.
The Rock.
That was very quickly, but I give Jimmy Snuka credit. I mean, he was
You
the
can give
one
him
For
credit.
jumping off a cage.
jumping off the cage.
That's all he
but
did.
The Rock does
The
have
coconut.
Coconut.
Oh, that's right.
That apparently he
Excuse
didn't
me,
know
the
was
coconut.
happening.
Yes.
He didn't know it was gonna happen.
And that's another thing, though. If you don't know something's supposed to happen,
I'm still not so sure he didn't know it was gonna happen
Yeah.
because it takes more.
They can say what they want.
It
but-
takes more pressure to crack a coconut than it does to crack a human skull. A coconut is stronger than the human skull. That enough scientifically tells me something was up with the coconut. You know what I mean?
right,
That
yeah.
wasn't. It was either
Definitely.
cut or something.
next we have Ric Flair versus the Ultimate Warrior.
This one I have to think about.
I'll just get it out there. I'm not his biggest fan, but I have to give it to.
I want to say
To
Ric
Ric Flair.
Flair. I mean, that's dedication to have a machine implanted into your skull to spew fake blood
Yes, the blood machine.
out. The blood machine. No, I'm gonna have to go with. Ric Flair.
Yeah.
He's as far as I'm concerned has done more for the business than
The Ultimate
Ultimate
Warrior.
Warrior.
Yeah, I mean,
Were you gonna say Ultimate Warrior?
I
There's
don't
no
know.
shame in that.
I don't know
No.
how he could really say Ultimate Warrior. I don't
mean,
think he was gonna
Ric
say.
Flair is a 16-time World Heavyweight Champion. I get
Woo!
that. Woo! But Warrior,
His
he
chants live on today.
he
in the
did face
WWE
off
crowd.
against Hogan
Yeah.
at WrestleMania 5.
And
WrestleMania 6?
And he beat him.
And he did.
And
Because
he
WrestleMania 5 was Macho and Hogan.
had a huge
Okay.
fan base as well.
Okay, but having two matches, let's just say the two because
But
what
what-
they did in WCW doesn't count.
No, that doesn't count at all.
No, that obviously counts.
And what he did to that doesn't count. Those two matches, great or not, I don't think can even come close to tipping the scale of the legacy of Ric Flair. He's gonna go down in the history books, Intercontinental Champion, WWE Champion, but he's not 16 times.
No,
Yeah.
definitely not. I agree with you on that. I just want to see if Ultimate Warrior had any more accomplishments in his career.
He was
Except
part of the
for-
Ultimate Maniacs.
Well, his promos were amazing.
Yeah.
Mike's skills off the
I know.
charts.
Yeah.
I mean,
That
but
being
I-
said, so does Ric Flair.
So does Ric Flair. But I think the 16-time World Heavyweight Champion.
Ric Flair puts on a better match, even if,
Yeah,
Yeah, we
I
don't-
might have a bias against Ric Flair, but
No, I don't. I give him credit
Yeah.
for his older matches.
Yes.
I still
Yeah.
don't see what was so big about them that people call him the best of all time. But
I really think another thing is because Ultimate Warrior kind of retired, you're left with that thought of him at his best.
Yeah.
Whereas you get to watch Ric Flair
Just
get to his
deteriorate.
worst. Yeah.
Deteriorate.
So I think we'll all agree with Ric Flair.
Yeah. There we go.
It was a good. That was actually a good
Yeah.
opening. Good opening. Match.
Indeed.
I wasn't even going to take part in the segment, but
It's interesting.
It's interesting. Yeah.
See?
It's
You
Jushin
couldn't
Thunder
resist.
Liger versus Eddie Guerrero.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna have to say Eddie. Because you didn't
Yeah.
even know who Jushin was. Amazingly, I thought you knew who that was.
I knew who he was.
I'll go
I
Eddie
watched
Guerrero
him
also.
when he was in WCW. I guess when he
Yeah.
was Chris Jericho.
No. There was two guys. It was Jushin and it was Jericho, but it was sort of a feud type thing. He was doing it
Okay.
to mock
I
Jushin
get you.
Liger.
I get you.
So I think we're going with EG.
I mean, look at what Eddie Guerrero. I mean,
Yeah. Eddie Guerrero wrestled all over the world. Became WWE champion, or was it World Heavyweight?
WWE.
WWE champion. What's Jushin Liger's put on
Multiple
good
times.
matches.
Multiple times.
Had good feuds, but that's really all you could say. Inspired a lot of guys to become wrestlers, but so is Eddie Guerrero.
Mm-hmm.
you are right on that. I just want to see if did Jushin did he hold the cruiserweight title at all?
I don't remember.
I mean, I know he's big around the world, but what
Yeah.
Eddie Guerrero did, I mean, he can't.
Yeah.
Can't beat what he did. To, I think we're all Eddie Guerrero.
Yep.
Sting versus Brock Lesnar.
Oh, well, honestly, it's got to be
I'm gonna say
Sting.
Sting, yeah.
I have to go opposite of you guys.
Okay.
I have to go with Brock.
And let's hear why.
When he started with Paul Heyman, he was okay. He was okay, but I look back at Sting. I love Sting. I love the Surfer Sting.
I know. I should
Loved
go back
it.
to
Joker Sting.
Then it went to he did that shoot on the I guess WCW, which I enjoyed. Then he got to the Crow Sting part, and that's where I kind of
Like,
weighed on
right
my,
as the beginning of the Joker, of the
not
Crow
Joker.
gimmick?
Stop it. Crow Sting it weighed me on Sting a little bit. He put on good matches, but Brock Lesnar he put on some real good matches in WWE. And Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar I thought was pretty good.
I guess the reason for me it wasn't that hard a decision.
I know
was
Sting's done a lot for the business.
a lot. He's
He's
won a
done a
lot.
lot.
He's been there for many years. Brock Lesnar's
But
been there for
in multiple organizations.
yeah. For him to keep his career
Here's-
going
here's-
without ever even stepping foot into WWE is very
That's
impressive.
I think that's my big problem.
Yeah.
I mean, he was never that big time champion. At least
Well, I mean,
Brock
he was,
has that. He has the WWE title.
What? You know, he's so smart about it. Because do you really think they would have done anything with Sting?
I think so.
I don't.
Like everyone wants the Undertaker and
I
Sting
don't-
for some mysterious reason.
I don't
but
know. I don't know why they want to see that.
I know.
They've
I mean-
never had anything
But I mean,
in common.
let's
other
also
than
look at how long their careers are.
Yeah.
How
Sting
long
wrestled
has
all over the world.
How long has Brock Lesnar been a wrestler?
I want to say he started. What
He made his
2000?
He made his debut in 2002. Left in 2004 at WrestleMania 20. Came back. Has a
But no,
part-time
he's
schedule.
still wrestled in Japan.
Yeah, I
He
remember. I
couldn't
do remember
He
that.
couldn't wrestle in America.
I do remember he
Yes,
wrestled
as
with
part of the
Kurt
terms.
Angle at some point in Japan.
Yeah.
For
We got
the
this
NWA.
stupid sword chest tattoo.
So how long would you say his career is?
Well, even if he took time off, you know, him going into MMA and stuff, I would still count from his debut till
To
now.
right now? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, makes sense.
So well, Sting wins that one. But like I said,
You believe Brock Lesnar was?
Because
That's-
I don't
that's
think
all right,
Brock
I
Lesnar has done anything for the wrestling
you're right.
business. It's
No,
all
you're right.
been for
No,
Brock Lesnar.
that
I mean,
also
every
matters.
wrestler is for themselves.
like I said,
Yeah.
Sting did a lot, and I appreciate what he's done. I'm a fan.
And
of
he was
his.
smart enough to go to TNA where he knew he'd win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Kurt Angle versus Batista.
Kurt Angle.
Oh yeah.
Did you Kurt
Oh,
Angle?
Oh yeah.
Please.
Kurt Angle.
It took me a second to think. Wait, Batista? Why is even?
Edge versus Bill Goldberg. Undefeated for how many days, Bill Goldberg?
I honestly...
It was over 100, wasn't it?
I almost went with Bill Goldberg for a second.
Almost did, yeah.
Beat Hogan.
I know.
At the time, NWO was over.
Yeah.
Cause I'm just
And
thinking,
that got Bill Goldberg over.
because I was thinking Bill Goldberg
But then
really
you go-
brought
But then
in...
I'm thinking,
Then you
Edge.
go to Edge,
beat John
TLC, WWE Champion,
Yeah.
Tag Team Champion, Intercontinental Champion.
He's got a lot of gold.
He
He's
does.
got a lot of gold.
I think his record might just beat out Goldberg for me. Because
Goldberg had a great record.
I'm giving Goldberg credit because with that undefeated streak, with what he did in WCW, he brought in a lot of viewers for WCW.
He did. And I remember when he was accumulating that record in the beginning,
Yeah.
as an undercard performer.
Yeah.
Because that Starrcade match in '97 against was it Starrcade?
Yeah.
Sting versus Hogan, when Sting made his in-ring return.
Yes.
Goldberg faced, I don't even remember who it was.
I can look that up real quick.
I really don't even remember who he faced.
I'm gonna have to say though, it's against Edge.
Uh-huh.
I don't think Edge brought in any more viewers.
Yeah.
I think if when he
the
was
live
bigger,
the live sex thing, I think got a lot of views.
I think that all right, maybe that one
that
one
time,
thing,
that one
but
time.
any viewership, that was people that already knew who he was, or he was probably watching the
Yeah.
program. Although his stuff with Christian
Uh-huh.
shouldn't be overlooked because
Yeah.
they had some of their great matches in their careers together.
Steve Michael.
Who?
Steve Michael.
Steve McMichael?
Steve McMichael. Yes, I remember that.
It's a tough one.
It is a tough one, yeah.
That's the most.
Well, remember, also, like I
Difficult
said,
one so
you
far.
have his undefeated streak. I'm trying to get more of.
But I mean, let's also remember
Well,
his
he-
undefeated streak.
he-
How many jobbers were in there? Right? I
Good
mean,
point.
He had his undefeated streak, but it still ended.
right.
It did. It
Um,
did. He was also a U.S. champion as well.
He also got out wrestled by William Regal, which led to him getting fired. William Regal.
He was the tag team champion with Bret Hart. And the 5th WCW.
He did give the jackhammer to Bill
big-
DeMott.
Did he?
Yeah.
He was a 2-time United States champion, World Heavyweight champion, and he was the 5th WCW Triple Crown champion.
We're gonna be on this one for a long time
Yeah, this one
if we
is-
don't make a decision now.
This is
It's really
rough.
difficult. I don't know. 'Cause I'm a bigger fan of Edge, but I'm
Yeah.
trying to keep
And he
bias
was the
out
World
of it.
Heavyweight champion in WWE.
I do remember that.
Edge was a multiple champion. Multiple everything
I
champion.
know.
Yeah. That's right.
I gotta say, bias
I think I'm gonna-
aside, I like Edge,
But you're going
but
with Goldberg.
I think I have to go with Goldberg.
I think I'm
Goldberg's
gonna-
a huge name.
All right. I think I'm gonna go. Let's don't make your decision first because I don't want to be put in that position again. Oh.
Unless you side with me, then it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
I don't know. I just feel
mean,
like the way
well, look
we saw Edge's career develop from
That's true.
a
Okay.
tag team, I would have to go with
Here,
Edge.
Here's the okay.
Now you put you on the spot.
Yeah, I know. Great.
I might have to flip flop though.
Here's Edge's. WWE champion 4 times, World Heavyweight champion 7 times, United States champion, Intercontinental champion, Tag Team champion 11 times, WWE Tag Team champions 2 times, Hardcore champion, 14th Triple Crown champion, King of the Ring, Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble, Hall of Fame.
It's true, but I feel like just
Goldberg did put a lot in
Goldberg's-
WCW.
bringing in all those guys. I mean, viewers and stuff, fans.
Yeah.
I don't really think Edge did that. I think
He didn't.
that anybody that was watching was like I said already watching. He didn't bring anybody new in.
Yeah.
Not take
Except
away
for
his
the people,
accomplishments.
except for the people who stopped watching because they were sick of Cena.
Yeah.
And they came back.
This
Um,
is really tough.
And like you said, the life sex celebration.
Yes.
But his accomplishments do outshadow Goldberg.
It does.
Yeah.
His matches do outshadow Goldberg.
But does the
But
undefeated
just
streak?
you know what? Just with that, I want
He's
to
undefeated
go
for
to
a long
Edge.
time. And also, he did beat Hogan to catapult his career.
Yeah.
That's true, but accomplishments you got to give to Edge.
Viewership.
Matches you
So-
got to give to Edge. That's 2 out of the. I think those are the
It's
3
two,
things that we were
yes.
trying to come up with.
But who
The
made
viewership
Impact
is all
Goldberg. The impact in the business,
But
Goldberg.
the 2 out of the 3 outweigh the 1.
Maybe.
Edge has the 2 points out of the 3. You give Goldberg 1 point.
I would have to.
So I think I'm going to have to go with Edge.
So you're changing your
I
vote?
have to.
Edge. I mean,
The
I love
viewership was
Goldberg.
outweighing so much to me.
Yeah.
Remember,
was
like I said, it's
overshadowing
going by
all that other
impact, accomplishments,
Right.
and what they've done for the business, I guess, if you want to. Would that be the same as impact?
What they've done.
That's the one you'd have to give
something
to
like that, yeah.
Goldberg.
Yeah, definitely.
But
Definitely.
the other 2 accomplishments match involving in
So I guess
what happens in a match.
I guess
Edge.
Edge?
Yeah.
Edge moves on.
Edge.
That was a tough one.
That was difficult. That was interesting.
Doesn't get any easier next.
It's spear versus spear.
Bret Hart versus Team 3D.
Oh, easy.
Bret Hart versus 2 guys?
No, as a tag team.
That's what I'm saying. 2 guys? I have to give it to Bret.
Yeah.
No,
As much as
Bret as well.
I like Team 3D,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's sad that he didn't go up against somebody else and they went up against somebody else.
Yeah. I know.
It was Bret Hart.
Yeah.
Owen Hart versus.
Why couldn't it have been Bret versus Owen?
Yes.
Yeah,
we
right,
could still
sorry.
get that.
El Santo.
I don't know who El Santo is, so I'm
Owen
going to have to
Hart.
go with Owen Hart.
And we will get the Bret versus.
That's
Owen.
really unfair. Somebody should look up who El Santo is.
I did.
So give us information,
Give me a second.
Yeah.
right? I don't want to just say, oh,
El Santo.
Bret Hart, because I don't know who El Santos is. Although I guess that should speak on it anyway. That I don't know who
he
is.
did have a movie career.
Oh, this is the guy from the 1900s.
He was.
Well, that was really big. That I actually knew about that.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good, Rob. He was
I
a
did know about
Mexican
that.
national tag team champion, a middleweight champion, national light heavyweight champion.
If I'm correct on him, and you'll be able to tell me, I think this guy starred in over 100 movies in Mexico. There was some masked wrestler who starred in
Everything.
just a ridiculous amount of movies and
Yeah.
television.
You're good.
So for his time,
Yeah, he might.
I actually might have to give it to Santos.
How many title reigns? What is his?
Not that many. It's an NWA World Middleweight Champion and
Like,
an
you have-
NWA World
You have to
Welter
think this guy
Champion.
was probably the Hogan of that time
It could be
in Mexico.
of that time and place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this against Owen.
Yeah.
I think
Owen
Owen's
never
gonna have
had
to get
that.
dropped out.
Yeah,
I
Owen
think
never had
El
that big
Santos
title
actually-
anyway.
Ooh.
I think I'm gonna have to give it to Santos.
Yeah.
El
Because I
Santo.
knew about this guy. I just forgot his name.
Yeah.
Kane versus Frank Gotch.
Kane.
Wait, so who won that one?
El Santo.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I just thought I was the
Santo.
one that changed my opinion.
Kane versus Frank Gotch.
It's definitely Kane.
Kane. I don't even know who that other guy is. Unless I do, like Santos,
Yeah,
I know
right.
who he is. Who is that guy?
Gotch.
Frank Gotch.
Yeah. God.
No, Kane wins. Don't even look it up. Kane
I
wins.
want, no, I want
Kane
to be
wins.
fair. I want to be fair.
He's right. We got to be fair.
Yeah.
We owe it to our 44 viewers.
He was World Heavyweight Champion, American Heavyweight Champion, and Champion of the Klondike.
Champion of
Did
the
you just-
Klondike?
Yeah.
Okay, Kane definitely wins.
Kane definitely wins.
He
that all
actually
you can give
loses
me?
points
Yeah,
for
that's
that.
it. That's it.
Alright, well, Kane it is.
Well, what do you think?
Kane
What do
it
you think?
is.
Well, I don't know. 2 out of the 3 of those. So, I'm going to have to go with Kane.
Yes. Big Red Machine. Second round.
He actually died at an early age, 39.
Yeah, a lot of wrestlers died in early age.
That's so bad.
It's not.
Let's see. Let's do this.
Stone Cold versus AJ Styles.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold. Sorry, AJ. That's
Sorry,
I
Styles. Sorry,
That's-
phenomenal.
If
It's
you
too
didn't
bad.
have to
It
go up
is.
against Stone Cold.
I know, it's like if you only
He
switched.
would have had a good chance if he went up against anybody else probably.
This is a good one.
I don't know, if you went up against 3D, I'd have to give it to
versus Mr. Perfect,
I'm
Kurt
sorry,
Hennig.
who was the first one?
Steamboat.
Steamboat versus Mr. Perfect.
Yep.
Oh boy.
I have to give it to Steamboat. I like Hennig. He
I
can
love
wrestle. He's Mr.
Steamboat.
Perfect.
Uh-huh.
But Steamboat has that Mania match that no one can forget.
Yeah,
That is
he
true.
does. Yeah, maybe I'll go Steamboat too.
And we got, this is going to mess up. We got Richie Steamboat, who's in FCW.
Uh-huh.
I mean, NXT right now. I don't know what if he's injured, whatever.
And Michael McGill.
And then you have Michael McGill.
Steamboat.
the Genesis.
Steamboat, you are right. No one's ever going to forget that match with Randy Savage. But how good was Mr. Perfect?
He was perfect.
He was
Perfect,
but
no doubt.
perfect.
But
Although
how
I have
many
seen
Mania
him-
matches does he
He
have?
did have Bobby Heenan as a manager.
Yeah.
And remember, having Bobby Heenan as a manager pretty much catapulted your career.
But did it?
It
didn't.
That's odd too.
It didn't. He didn't go anywhere.
He did wrestle that one good match with Ric Flair.
No doubt, but he reached a certain level, and like with what you said with Heenan and stuff, never went any higher.
Yeah.
He kind of just reached a certain point that went right down.
So I guess we're going with Steamboat.
Yep.
Steamboat moves on.
Who did you Steamboat?
Jack Briscoe versus Stratus.
Wow.
Well, because I can't think of anything that Briscoe has done for business or matches or anything. I'm much more familiar with Trish.
Well, she
I have to go with Trish,
and not because of any bad reasons. I mean, she did do a lot for the women's division.
Yes,
she did have a big impact. on it.
Jerry was on here the other day saying that she saved the division
pretty much
for that time period,
and now it's dead again.
It's dead again, but that's bad writing. That's all that is. But
so yeah, just
do you want to know anything about Jack Briscoe before?
I don't care.
Okay.
And you probably
if he's anything like Wes Briscoe,
you should. You probably should because he has accomplishments. I'm sure. He's
I just don't think he saved anything.
He has a famous name, but yeah.
He didn't save anything the way Trish saved the women's division.
Okay, we'll give a quick look. We'll give a quick look real quick.
If you even want to just name the championships.
Wow, there's a lot.
I know, he's
All
done a lot.
Japan Pro Wrestling, he was in Championship Wrestling from Florida, Georgia Championship Wrestling, Mid-Atlantic.
It's a bunch of organizations that kind of don't mean anything, though.
And he wasn't even in WWE, he just got inducted to the class of 2008.
Because they bought out those other
Yes.
companies and then they
Yeah, that makes sense.
umbrella it.
So I think we're going with Trish.
But like Hogan hasn't held that many titles, I don't think.
Right.
But he's still Hulk Hogan.
Exactly. And it was more about...
Titles sometimes don't mean it.
Christian versus Daniel Bryan.
Christian.
Daniel Bryan.
Take your bias out of it. It's Christian. I like both of these guys. Daniel Bryan has done a lot, but so has Christian.
Yes, he has, but at least Daniel Bryan held the World Heavyweight title.
That's all you're counting it? Just from that?
Well,
that's not a good enough reason for me.
I would have to... I mean, Christian...
That's your reason? Sure.
Christian does have more accomplishments.
He does have
Christian's
more.
had the longer career.
I think in a couple years, that will change to Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. But right now...
Right now, it's probably Christian.
It's Christian.
And you know how I like to rag on Christian.
I know.
But it is...
I'm sticking to my... I'm not even being biased about it. I just think Christian... You gave him the title and he lost it in 2 days.
But that's why you can't take that into account. It's not like he chose to lose it. That's bad writing. Because I even gave it a pass, like, where's the story gonna go? And it never went anywhere.
Yeah,
it doesn't speak on the
keep losing.
Yeah, it doesn't speak on the matches he had. It was all about WWE burying Christian at that point.
I mean, it's 2 against 1. I'll give Christian the go, but I think
because even they brought in Edge to destroy Christian.
I know. I think it will change though.
Yeah, it absolutely will. Absolutely.
So Christian moves on.
If Daniel,
because I am a bigger fan of Daniel Bryan than I've ever really been of Christian, to be honest.
You just gotta take away from that. He had that.
Yeah. You
want to go up against Mania matches, Christian.
He's got, yeah, I know what you're saying.
CM Punk versus Jake Roberts.
Jake Roberts never really held the title.
Yeah, this would have to go to CM
Punk.
Best in
especially
the world.
with that recent title run,
434 days.
Yeah, it's pretty unanimous.
Punk puts on matches. They both have that in-ring psychology.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I'm happy Jake Roberts is fixing his life, so... And Scott Hall, he's going for hip surgery April 9th.
Mm-hmm.
It's set.
Awesome.
But I think it's unanimous CM Punk. Undertaker versus Booker T.
Well, this is...
Undertaker.
This would have to go...
20-0.
5 times.
Are you going Booker T?
No, I gotta go with
Undertaker.
Well, this one's moving along nicely.
Yeah. I know that we all can give them both their fair share.
Yeah.
I think Undertaker just outweighs it.
Macho Man versus Superstar Billy Graham.
Macho Man.
Macho Man. Yeah, definitely.
Put on better matches. Better feuds.
Mm-hmm.
Love the promos.
People quote Macho Man. They buy Slim Jims.
Yep. And
Yeah.
Dusty versus Randy Orton.
Wait, Dusty Rhodes?
Yes, Dusty Rhodes.
Versus current Orton?
Yes.
Let's see.
I gotta go with Dusty.
I'm thinking Dusty.
Rhodes, yeah.
Because he's the American Dream,
Yeah.
the GM of NXT.
And also,
Produced-
Randy Orton has dropped off of the main event for some
Yes.
reason. I don't know why.
He also feuded.
He produced from his seed at least one good wrestler.
Yes, he did. who actually worked with Randy Orton at some point.
Yeah.
I think we're at Dusty.
Yeah, Dusty Rhodes.
All right, wow, that's actually an upset. I think
Yeah.
upset because they had. Actually, they ranked overall Dusty as 7.
I would say also, just aside from, just to give reasons, people quote Dusty. People know who that is around the world.
Yeah.
He's made quite a name for himself.
Yeah. No, I
People
know exactly what you
will watch for Dusty.
Yeah.
And that's it for that.
I think Orton just is right now. For now,
I think the second
he's a
round.
name.
I think
Yeah.
the second round's gonna be a little bit tougher.
Let's hear it.
No, not the
we
we're
have
not
time
the
to do
first. Yeah, we have to. We're still in the first round. HBK versus the Fabulous Moolah.
Shawn Michaels. Although I'm not gonna
What
totally
did-
not take away anything
No,
from
but
Fabulous
if
Moolah.
you're gonna say she held the title for that long, it's not like she defended
I
it
know.
all the time.
I
It's not like
know.
there were that many women wrestling to
You're
defend
right.
it against.
Oh, you're right. It's HBK.
To
by
be
a clear
fair.
mile.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, it's
Mr.
all the.
WrestleMania,
I mean,
the
think it's all
showstopper,
the main events. It's all the WrestleMania matches. It's all just everything.
matches
All the
he
specialty
won,
matches.
lost.
Yeah.
He didn't need to hold the title for
I know.
34 years.
Yeah.
You're right. Great Muda versus Chris Benoit.
Who?
Stevie Richards.
Stevie Richards.
Oh, okay. Steve Richards.
Not that I get the joke, I'm gonna say it, but
Great Muda.
Chris Benoit.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he only had one big title reign, didn't he?
yeah, but Muda hasn't.
Muda has never had one, right?
Not in the WWE at least.
Hmm.
But people know who Muda is.
Yeah, that's the thing.
People know who Benoit is. They're sort of part of that generation, even
Well,
though Muda was around longer.
And I think Chris Benoit made an impact when he went to WWE.
I'll say Great
Yeah,
Muda.
but everybody went to WWE pretty much from WCW.
I'll say Muda, just to make sure I'm not the odd man out
You have to
again.
really have me bleed that last one.
So yeah, I picked Great Muda. John went with Chris
I
Benoit.
really
Steve
like.
Richards.
I do like Benoit, but aside from that, I know that there's a lot of guys that have been inspired by
Like Great Muda,
Muda.
huh?
And even if you're inspired by Benoit, at this point you can't say that you were, because people
We'll think
won't get
that you.
get past what he did.
Right.
I'm gonna have to go with Muda, just because, and this is messed up. I don't like to do this, but because of how it went
I
down
know.
with Benoit, I like to think of like how we were talking about older guys. If they ruined their legacy in any way, and you can't say he didn't.
Yeah.
You're right.
So I'm gonna have to say Muda, even with the accomplishments
That's fine.
Benoit has had.
Harley Race versus Lita. Harley Race.
See, I feel bad because.
I never liked Harley Race though.
I know.
But can
He's
you,
another
can
guy
you put that aside?
people emulate.
Yeah.
I mean, well, it's Triple H.
And this is lame because I am more of a Lita fan than a Trish fan. And I want Lita to move on.
It's that whole thing where
That's lame.
who you
Freaking
put it up against.
Freaking layout. But yeah, I'd have to go with Harley Race. I think it's
I'll give Lita where she did a lot for the women's division. but-
absolutely yeah.
I want to, but Lita
Trish
did.
Stratus couldn't do it by herself.
Lita did
Yeah.
elevate Edge to
Yeah.
the main
Yeah,
event
She did.
She did.
with what happened personally.
Yeah.
WWE will take any story.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
You know, they should take more from their personal lives because those are better
What?
storylines
They
than what
are.
they come up with.
Yeah.
So what's your pick?
Mine was Harley Race.
What was yours?
Harley Race.
I don't think I need to pick one then. Since Harley Race obviously won, even if I pick Lita. But
Would you have picked Lita?
I'm more familiar with her work than I am with Harley Race, but I, aside from that, know that he's inspired people to become wrestlers. So I might have to go with Harley Race. The only person I know that Lita inspired was AJ.
Yeah.
Like, that's definitive because
Yeah, everyone else talks about Trish.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
Buddy Rogers.
All I'm pretty sure is Harley Race is losing the next round. I don't know who he's
Yes.
going up against.
Well, he's going to be these two. Buddy Rogers against Kenta Kobayashi.
He actually might beat one of these.
I think he will be one of them.
Wouldn't you have to go with Buddy Rogers?
Yeah.
And
I
now
go
you give
Buddy-
Kenta
the
Kobayashi
original Nature Boy.
Yes.
In America, he's
That's right.
big, but over there, Kenta's big.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Kenta still wrestles, though.
Does he? Oh boy.
He's not even that old. He's like... This is Kenta 1, right? This is who we're talking about?
I believe.
No, how there's the... Who Kenta 2 is?
Yes.
CM Punk? I'm not so familiar with Buddy Rogers.
I remember that Scott Steiner said Ric Flair stole his gimmick.
I know.
He's only 32 years old.
I know, Kenta's not old.
And
He still wrestles. He's in
I watched a match between him and Daniel Bryan.
What's Buddy Rogers done? Let's just go with facts. What has Buddy Rogers done?
Well, I'm on Kenta's
Alright,
Kobayashi's thing
What's
first.
he done? Has he done anything outside of Japan? Or
No,
Ring of Honor?
everything Pro Wrestling Noah, and that's it.
And
Junior-
what about Buddy Rogers?
Let's go to Buddy Rogers.
I feel like it's going to end up being Buddy.
It might be.
Because people will be most familiar with them if they know Punk. They hear about Kenta from Punk. And that's
He was a
Even though they have the one move,
WWF World Heavyweight Champion.
that's it?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Mid-Atlantic, Chicago, IWA San Francisco.
I'm gonna say Buddy.
I'm gonna say Kenta.
I'm gonna say Buddy because he inspired, if you want to say, Ric Flair. And Ric Flair's huge.
I already actually picked Buddy Rogers.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Buddy Rogers moves on.
Just because Scott Steiner mentioned him in the promo.
Wow, that's not even a good enough reason.
That's a great reason.
So we're done with the first round. Do we have
No.
time?
We still have we still have four more
Four
matches.
more. Roddy Piper versus Rick Rude.
I have to go with, Roddy Piper. I have
to go with Roddy Piper.
I want to say Rick Rude, but Roddy
I love
Piper.
Rick Rude. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Bobby Heenan. Once again, he was a manager.
Rick Rude seems to have been overshadowed by his attires.
His time.
Whereas,
Well, yeah, put him down. He moves on then.
he does because
I probably would
Roddy
have picked him
Piper.
too. So
because Roddy Piper. People talk about Piper's Pit,
that
even
that
the bad
last-
ones.
Triple H versus-
half blackface at Mania.
That was funny. I heard that they couldn't get the flag off. Triple H versus Rey Mysterio. Triple H.
I'm gonna have to go Triple H too.
Worldwide though,
Triple H.
I mean he buried the hooligans.
He did.
I don't know.
You got to put your preferences, your personal feelings aside.
I know. I want to be really fair.
But I
about
did.
this.
But I put my personal feelings aside. I
don't think you
understand
did.
Rey Mysterio did a great thing in WCW.
Okay, you know what? I think Rey Mysterio, by this point, is only big here. He's not anything special if he went to Mexico or anywhere
No,
else.
he
Except
can't.
Del Rio would be.
for his name.
Yeah, he's definitely a legend.
So I want to say Triple H, even though he'll never leave WWE, he'll be big no matter if he were to leave, no matter where he goes. Whereas Rey Mysterio, all the moves he does for finishers are what they do regularly over in like AAA and MCLL.
That's right.
Terry Funk versus The Big Show.
Big Show has had every title.
He did.
Yeah,
Every single title.
and he's been around.
Terry Funk.
I give credit to Terry Funk.
Terry Funk elevated ECW.
And the hardcore stuff, pretty much.
Yeah.
I have to give it to Big Show.
Yeah.
I think there's more championships and accomplishments he's done.
Yeah.
Even in WCW.
And
when he
even
first
and
started.
he has a bit of an impact. I mean, he is the biggest guy on the roster at the
I
moment.
will say
If we're
on-
looking
He has
at-
been the biggest guy on the
Yeah,
So
roster.
Terry
for a long
Funk
time.
has held a lot of titles. Just not in the WWE.
I know.
Right.
He's inspired guys like Mick Foley and ECW. I'm just saying everybody from ECW.
So going around, Rob, who's your...
Well, I mean, you both picked Big Show. So it goes to Big Show, but...
You would pick Terry Funk.
I mean, I was never a fan of Terry Funk. That's why I could take that aside. I think that, with Big
And
Show winning, you
last
can
and
still at least
the
have to look at what
first
Terry
round.
Funk's
Yeah, I think we have time for the second round real quick. Bruno Sammartino versus Jeff Hardy. Hardy, sorry.
And Bruno Sammartino.
Bruno Sammartino.
It's got to be him.
Gotta be.
I disagree. I actually think
The charismatic enigma.
the charismatic enabler might have to
Meth Hardy.
might have to win it out because Bruno Sammartino, the only thing you could say for him, bear hug, held the title for a really long time.
Okay.
But other than that,
Still somewhat of a pioneer for wrestling,
Yes.
though. That's the thing.
that's true.
That's
Jeff
And
Hardy
that's-
hasn't pioneered
and
anything.
and
exactly.
Except drugs.
And look where he's at now.
It's just I feel like even though he doesn't have any major accomplishments, just that impact of his.
And he's
Okay.
and inducted into the Hall of Fame, so add that.
They have Abdullah the Butcher in there.
Well,
The
but
boxer.
remember,
No,
Sammartino wanted nothing to do with WWE.
okay,
anymore.
but that's so. What does that? What does that have to do with?
It's quite a
with him
shock
being in-
that they got him. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a problem with some of the things they were doing, and it has come to find out that they've taken steps against whatever it was. So now he's okay with it.
It was a good first round.
It was.
I
It was
like
It's very interesting. It was.
Second round, this is where I think it gets a little bit tough.
I don't know. I think it'll just because of the matchups that are going to end up
Yeah,
happening.
yeah,
I think
we're
it's
gonna
going to
have
be
this is
one-sided.
So let's just read the matchups first.
No, we shouldn't. I like it
We
being a
shouldn't?
surprise.
You want to be surprised?
I like being surprised just
Yeah.
because like
Alright.
Hogan versus Mick Foley.
stop it. Well, it's Hogan, but stop it.
Yeah, it is Hulk Hogan.
No more. Hogan might win this.
Hogan will win this
Hogan,
because
it's unfortunate.
It's
What
unfortunate.
are you talking about? It's
It's
the truth.
So we all
Yeah.
agree Hogan moves on.
Yep, the Hulkster moves on yet again. He doesn't even need reasons to move on.
He doesn't.
Jericho versus Bob Backlund.
Oh, so we're
There
gonna
we
do
go.
round two. We're doing round
I
two.
guess we are. Jericho.
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 Don't care. Bob, boring Backlund can't pull it out on this one.
Iron Sheik versus John Cena.
Cena.
John Cena.
Cena. This is not
It's
even
not like us crapping on a legend. It's
No,
just
we've
I
already
actually-
gone over the reasons
Yeah.
to pick either one.
Andre the Giant versus The Rock.
The Rock.
The Rock.
I
What did Andre the
just-
Giant do? He just got tied up in the ropes.
You get body slammed.
How interesting we have Cena versus The Rock in the third round.
Oh my goodness! Oh, I wish that would have been the last
Oh
one.
my god.
I know who I'm gonna
That's
do for that
so
already.
funny. Ric Flair versus Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah. I guess I gotta give it to Ric Flair again. I would have to give it to Ric Flair again.
This was the only tough one I thought I would come up with.
I hope you two pick Eddie Guerrero so that Ric Flair doesn't move on.
Ric Flair, 16-time champion.
Eddie Guerrero, but Eddie
He's
Guerrero's
a
done
huge
so
name
much.
from decades.
No.
But Eddie's wrestled all over the world. Became the big champion in WWE,
Uh-huh.
which is a very big driving force around the world.
Yeah,
I
Ric
know.
Flair's never done that, right? Has he ever been WWE champion?
Ric Flair?
Yeah, right? Just double
In the
check.
WWE?
Yeah, remember he won the Royal Rumble and became the WWF champion.
Yes, WF. I was thinking
I don't
like
remember
later
that.
years.
1992 or 93.
Oh,
it was.
alright.
Well,
What was your pick? You were Ric
You
Flair?
picked Ric
mine
Flair?
was
Who'd you
Ric
pick?
Flair, yeah.
I have to give it to Rick.
There you go. It's Ric Flair.
What would you have picked Ric Flair?
I was leaning toward Ric Flair. I really was.
It's
As much of
It
as
blows.
much as that I'm a
versus-
bigger fan of Eddie. It's just
Oh, definitely, I am too.
yeah.
the way it is.
Sting versus Kurt Angle.
Uh,
Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle, Olympic
Angle
gold
is the
medalist.
Olympic gold medalist.
Kurt Angle.
Yes, now I can
And he
pick
can
against
still
Ric Flair.
wrestle.
Take that,
Even
Sting.
if he gets drunk and tweets stuff.
Yeah,
Edge
can still
it's
versus
not like he's killing anybody.
Canadian versus Canadian. Edge versus Bret Hart. Bret.
Well, Brett. Yeah, I mean he was the
Brett,
main draw
yeah.
for that time. Yeah.
As much as some people want to bury them now into the
Yeah, right. When Bret Hart had nothing to do with WWE, the smarks went crazy for him. Now that he's actually been in the WWE again, oh, he's overrated.
El Santo
He's
versus
old
Kane.
I know.
It's that idea.
El Santo versus Kane.
El
Well,
Santos.
look, seeing as
Has to be
El
El
Santo has
Santo.
that
Yeah.
reputation, it's got to be El Santo.
Wow, I'm shocked about El Santo.
Yeah.
Isn't there an S? Isn't it El Santos?
So,
No, it's El Santo.
all right,
I
moving
thought it
on.
was- I thought it was an S.
That was a pretty quick first half of the second round.
Stone Cold versus Steamboat.
Stone Cold
Stone Cold.
Steve Austin.
Not even
Not even a
His
His
discussion.
Intercontinental Championship can't save him from Stone
Trish.
Cold.
Another Canadian versus Canadian. Trish versus Christian.
I think Trish. Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to pick Trish over.
I'm gonna have to
Christian.
say Trish. She really
Wow.
helped the deepest division in the WWE
That's
for the
hilarious.
But
time.
also,
Christian can't even
at one
beat
point,
him.
yeah, the tag division, though, that Christian and Edge helped out, though.
But they were the tag
I know.
division.
Trish moves on.
But I mean, they also had a lot of help too. I mean, you did have the Dudleys. You also had the Hardys. I mean, it wasn't all Christian.
Wow, I
No, I'm
didn't
saying.
mean to do this, by the way. CM Punk versus The Undertaker.
I thought you were gonna say
It's-
CM Punk versus.
Yeah. Well, it is the Undertaker.
I gotta go with The
Still has to be
Undertaker.
Undertaker. He's held
Yeah.
titles. A lot more titles. Tag
Not
titles.
giving away to Punk, though.
U.S. title, I think.
He did hold it for 434 days.
Absolutely.
It's true.
And Dusty versus the
But
Macho Man.
Undertaker's got the WrestleMania streak.
Yeah.
It's just too much to go up against. Yeah.
Macho Man.
Against who?
Macho Man.
Dusty.
Yeah, Macho Man.
Gotta go with the Madness.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
'Cause they were in WCW at the same time, and
Yep.
it was more about Macho.
HBK and the Great Muta versus the Great Muta.
Gonna have to say HBK on this one.
Yeah, me too.
HBK.
I was for Muda obviously last time, but
Harley Race versus Buddy Rogers.
I would say that Harley Race has
Gotta say Harley
left
Race
more of
on
a
this
legacy, right?
Buddy Rogers, gotta say though, Buddy
gotta give it
Rogers
to Buddy
still
again.
Absolutely.
had Ric Flair.
So wait, you're doing
But you have that. You have Harley Race, Triple H.
Yeah.
Triple H beats out Ric Flair, I think.
probably.
You know what race?
Probably.
I might have to go with. I gotta go with Race. On
I feel like they do acknowledge Race more than they do of Rogers.
You
Yeah.
do?
So I mean,
Ant-Man?
yeah, no, I said Harley Race.
Oh, wow. Race moves on.
Suck it, Buddy Rogers.
Piper versus Triple H.
I think it's Triple H.
Triple H.
Triple H.
Again, whether you like the guy or not.
Yeah.
Damn
Even
it.
though he buried
He's
the
just a big
hooligans
guy.
for no reason,
Big Show versus Bruno.
bastard.
Oh wow.
What was that?
Big Show
Big
versus Bruno
Sammartino.
Big Show.
I'll
Big
go-
Show's held every title.
He did.
I was actually going to
Triple
say
Crown
Bruno,
champion.
but go ahead. Big Show.
Well, hold on.
No,
If
no,
you
no,
wanna
it's okay.
Take
No,
more time into
No,
it.
it's okay. It's okay. I don't really.
You
have
guys
any-
had a really strong.
It was just a
argument.
pioneer thing. That's all it was.
You guys had a really strong argument.
But again,
for
I mean,
last-
Big Show
I
does
give,
have enough.
Big Show is the Triple Crown champion.
Yeah. No, he has enough
Grand
to for me.
Grand Slam. Well, yeah.
He has enough for me to not say, "How could you pick Big Show?"
Yeah, I
You
know. You're right.
He does. He is good enough.
That was actually a quick round. I think we'll make it to the Elite Eight.
Okay.
Hogan and Jericho.
Well, it's because the list is getting shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hogan versus Jericho.
Have to go Hulk Hogan.
You have to. It's unfortunate.
No, it's true.
I don't understand what's
I
so
want Hogan
unfortunate
out
about
of this
this.
out of this
I would
round.
ra-
It's
come on.
killing me.
All right, maybe you would rather watch Hogan, but I would rather watch Jericho.
I know.
It's
Against
not about who you want
anybody.
to watch, though. It's about.
No, that's why I'm saying it's unfortunate because I have my bias for Jericho.
Here we go. Cena versus The Rock.
Rock.
Oh man, I actually might. Yeah,
God,
I was
Rock.
considering. I was considering Cena, considering how.
During their first feud, I agreed with everything John Cena had to
Uh-huh.
say. I was on John Cena's side,
Uh-huh.
but this isn't a feud. This is just
Here's the
career. Rock.
Don't answer it. I was gonna say because Cena has essentially, at a certain point, was carrying the company on his own.
I'm
It's
getting
true.
I'm
Oh,
getting
wait, that's not-
I'm getting out of the way.
No, John Cena.
That's it.
Wow. Bias.
Well, no, it's not.
It's
It's
not
not the
being
bias.
biased.
Here's my logic here. Again,
No. It's cool.
I'm not saying that The Rock hasn't done enough for the company.
No.
He's done a phenomenal job. He's
He does.
back.
No,
He's
I
doing.
understand your reasons.
My thing is
Cena.
Cena's
I
carrying
don't
the
know if
company,
Cena carried it.
At
It's
one
just
point he
they
was
only,
on his
They
own.
only put it on him.
but he did it. He did it though. That's the thing.
I mean, The Rock did
You could
have
have done it with
three
anybody
really,
else, though.
But I mean,
three really good WrestleMania matches.
but I mean, think about it. How many other wrestlers were
Three.
up there
all
with?
against Austin.
What about against Hogan?
Hogan was good too. Sorry.
The crowd went crazy
I know.
for that match.
Also, I guess you can go to WrestleMania 20 too
You know what?
when he faced off
Rock's
against.
held
This is
more
tough.
titles.
I know.
Rock's held more titles.
Has
It
he
is
held more
true.
titles?
He has.
That is true.
He's been Intercontinental Champion a couple times, I
Yep.
think.
That's right.
Tag Champion a couple times.
Rock
WWE
sucked.
Champion.
Ooh,
beat Hogan.
I might change.
He beat
I
Hogan.
might actually have to change them. Yeah.
He beat
Rob
Stone
is
Cold
convincing
3
me.
times.
Rob is convincing me.
Take that, and we
He,
get Hogan.
he actually went.
We get a
into-
comeback.
We get a
from Rock.
comeback.
He's getting the second wind. He did a kip up. Not that he can anymore, but he went to do movies, succeeded in that.
Yeah.
Has John Cena? Not really.
No, he has not.
Ric Flair versus Kurt Angle.
Wait, so did we just get Rock?
Yeah, we just
You-
got
we
the
just
Rock.
I just pulled you guys to the Rock.
Cena
side?
just got robbed.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
yes,
no.
I love this.
High five puns.
Yes,
And
high
guess-
five pun.
Guess
Give me a
what?
high five, John. You know it.
Guess what the next match is?
Can we say that he just got rocked by Rob?
Hogan versus The Rock. I didn't mean to do this.
Wait,
Yeah, I know. That's
how'd
the
you get
next.
Hogan
That's the
off?
next round.
Ric Flair versus Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle.
I don't
What was
care
it?
about all of Ric Flair's not legit.
Angle, yeah.
He's
all
an
his
Olympic gold
16
medalist.
times, losing the title 16 times. I'm going with the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle.
Well, it's 2 against 1.
I would
I'm
say.
a bigger fan of Angle. He gets to wrestle, cut a promo.
Wait, who picked Ric Flair?
I picked Kurt
I'm
Angle.
saying if I were to pick Flair, it would be 2 against 1.
But would you pick Ric Flair?
Angle's an Olympic gold medalist.
He is.
He won a
Ric Flair's
gold
the
medal.
And you know what?
He broke his
It's not-
freaking neck.
Kurt Angle
He's
was
part of a different era.
Kurt Angle was far better in the ring
It's
than
true.
Ric Flair ever was.
But
Even
Ric
at his prime.
Flair has drawn.
Has he?
He still draws today.
I don't know.
People were still willing to see him at Access.
I know.
Well, no, isn't
And
that the
at
day that you
WrestleCon.
said that is actually still available?
Yeah.
Ric Flair and CM Punk?
Ric Flair sold out.
Ric Flair sold out now? Everybody's sold out right now.
They
The
added
fact
2
that-
more.
but the
They
fact that
added
he was-
Ryback and
he had-
Jericho to it.
He had such a high price, and that people were still willing to pay it.
Not for the WrestleCon?
Yeah.
Or are you talking about fan access?
Access, you can meet Jericho and Ryback. for
Oh well, that's
VIP.
Access. That's owned by the WWE.
I think I have to go with Ric Flair though. I hate to say it.
I would go with Kurt Angle. I think he was far better in the ring. He was just as good on the mic, at least. Because again, Ric Flair just played the whole character,
I know.
the same character his
But
whole career. Kurt
That
Angle
being
was able
said,
to.
That being said, there are certain people that argue that you don't need to change a character if it's that good. People always paid to see Ric Flair.
But I mean, Ric Flair, I can't remember the last time I've ever heard someone say, I'm going to this place to see Ric Flair.
That's true.
In terms of a wrestling match.
That's true.
I have heard people say,
But
I'm
also,
going to see Kurt
as
Angle.
far as we're concerned, he hasn't been a main eventer.
who, Ric Flair?
Yeah. We
Yeah.
weren't alive yet for him to be a main eventer.
I have gone back and I've looked at his matches, and I'm not impressed.
I watched WCW at one point.
Huh?
I watched WCW.
Yeah.
You know, he was okay.
He wasn't a main eventer there.
No.
No.
He had the 4 Horsemen.
No, of course, yeah, you do have to give him the four horsemen thing like you gave it to Arn Anderson. But again, I mean, I'm just saying.
but Kurt Angle had the world greatest. He had the what were they called? The world's greatest.
World's greatest tag team.
Was it? But it was a group though,
Team
correct?
Angle.
Team
It
Angle,
was
there
just
we go.
he just had his proteges. It wasn't much of a stable or anything. It was just a couple guys to help him win some matches
Okay.
in the typical heel fashion.
So, what's our final picks?
Again, well, mine would be Kurt Angle.
What's yours, John?
I have to go Ric Flair.
People still woo.
I know.
Kurt Angle woos too, and his is better.
Kurt Angle still woos.
And Kurt Angle doesn't need to bleed to put on a classic
I
match.
know.
And he's doing it all with a broken freaking neck.
He's got those spots that people just love to see, though. You know, he gets tossed to the apron.
And
he
as far
runs
as
up
I'm
to
concerned,
the turnbuckle gets tossed off the turnbuckle.
And as far as I'm concerned, Ric Flair is tarnishing his reputation by hanging out with the Miz.
Yeah, right.
All right,
Ric Flair.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna say, we have to go. Oh, I don't like this. I hate being in the spot.
Do 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 do.
Don't. Now I'm gonna be focused on what you're doing.
Well, I'm trying to, I don't want it to be dead
It's
silence.
limousine riding.
Do,
Jet
do,
flying.
do, 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 do,
Well, can he afford limousines anymore?
He can't.
No.
He can't even rent
Do
them.
do 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 do.
Can you even use that? Are
What?
we allowed to use that melody?
I think we
I
can.
don't know. It's just a generic melody.
It's
that-
generic
Someone
melody.
might get-
Just
someone
change
might get
one
mad.
note. Just change one note.
Da.
Generic melody.
You guys gotta sell me on one of them. You guys gotta help me out. If I'm gonna be the tiebreaker,
Well,
give me something else that I haven't said for either one of them.
He did strip down to his boxers.
He does try to tame the jacket.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, well,
he
excuse
gives
me.
he gives the his jacket the elbow.
Well, Kurt Angle.
16 times just looking at me.
But Kurt Angle went Knucklemania.
How many of them were short title reigns?
Ooh.
I mean, did he ever really have?
It's like it was easy for both of you guys. It's so difficult
Right.
for me.
For me, it's easy. maybe my bias is showing a little bit, but I really do think that Olympic gold medalist did bring a lot to the
Yeah, he
table.
did.
You know what? I'm gonna say Kurt Angle. He won. He was an Olympic gold medalist.
Something Ric Flair will never be.
Nope. Sorry, Rick.
Sorry,
See ya.
Rick.
I'm sorry
See
for
ya.
the viewers that had to sit through that.
Yeah.
That was difficult.
Wow.
It was.
And Brett versus El Santo.
This might also be a tough one, actually. But I mean, Brett is also known worldwide. It's not
Yes.
like
I was gonna say Brett.
I gotta
Yeah,
go
I
Brett.
gotta go with
have
Bret Hart, too.
on this
Gotta
one.
go Brett.
because our thing was that El Santo was
Was
well
big
known.
first time
Yeah, but so was
in
Brett.
Mexico.
I mean, Brett was
Brett,
big here in Canada.
big in Canada,
Europe.
here, anywhere else that they would have toured.
I give Trish Stratus credit for making it this far.
Yeah.
Stone Cold.
Yeah. Sorry, Trish.
Sorry,
Sorry,
Trish.
Trish.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Going to the Elite Eight. Taker versus Macho.
Sorry, Rob.
I'm sorry too, Macho Man.
It's on the Taker. It's gotta be the
gotta be
Undertaker.
I want to say Macho, but I can't.
Love Macho Man.
I love Macho Man. I only have to go up against the Undertaker.
Honestly, though, I keep glaring at. I assume that this is on the right side of the brackets.
Yeah.
I could see because the left side, as far as I can remember, because it's happened. It's beyond me.
Yeah.
It's coming up to like Hogan or
Rock.
or Rock.
These
or
those
somebody,
matchups,
and
Hogan Rock did happen, and Brett and Kurt.
can I see?
Holy cow!
HBK.
Can I see Macho Man winning them anyway? against those
HBK
names?
versus Harley Race.
HBK.
HBK.
Yeah, absolutely. Shawn Michaels.
HBK.
Gonna
moving
bring
on
it back
to
along,
the
right?
Elite
Yeah.
8. And Triple H versus The Big Show.
Triple H.
Triple H.
Triple H. Wow.
You know, these matches, save for one of them, that one
This
match.
is a
that
good
never
Elite
matched-
8.
It
Hogan,
is.
Rock, Kurt, Brett, HBK,
Why
Triple
couldn't
H,
Kurt Angle be up against
Stone Cold Taker.
Big Show or something?
Oh, I want to continue, but we can't.
We can't.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
we'll continue
what an
tomorrow.
Elite 8.
This
Maybe
is
we
awesome.
could break this up into 2 videos.
Perhaps.
Because it's so long, people don't want to listen to it.
No. I mean, it's.
It's
I don't
still
know what I'm doing
pretty-
here.
I mean, it's a really good Elite 8.
It is.
We'll talk about
To the
tomorrow
brackets is the own thing.
that I got the 101 best moments in WrestleMania history.
Looked over it, not impressed.
According
not
to
impressed
WWE,
at
it's
all.
unbelievable.
Robert disapproved space. Seriously, number 1 is the biggest
I
slap in
know.
the face.
I know.
It's really.
We'll
I
keep
mean,
you in suspense for the most underwhelming number 1 in
Yeah.
history.
And by the
mean,
time this gets put up
It's a really.
and they
good,
listen to it,
Yeah.
we're going to be, recording this tomorrow.
Pretty
So,
much.
It's a really good Elite 8.
It
should they
is.
really go and run out to buy it? No.
No, absolutely.
Yeah,
not.
don't run out to buy it. I mean,
Even I will say this, even their wins losses at the end of the book
Uh-huh.
is ridiculous.
I know.
Because they take certain people out, don't include others, don't mention other people's names.
Mhm.
We were trying to figure out who the loss was to,
Yeah.
and then you told me who it was.
Mhm.
Because they wouldn't put the person's name in.
Nope, they wouldn't. So we're good for today then?
Yeah, I think we're just like we'll look over the book tomorrow. Carlos will be here. Congrats, by the way, to the Dominican Republic.
For winning the World Big Cup.
I saw that. Saw that happening. Thank God I don't do sports today. Are you back here tomorrow, Rob?
Looks like it. Yep.
Wow,
Awesome.
we'll have We'll have
Foursome.
foursome tomorrow. Yay! So tune in for tomorrow, and we'll have the rest of the Elite 8. Should be I'm looking forward to it.
So am I.
Wow, it's
We should do more of these. I
We should.
think
We
the
should.
brackets are fun. This is
Uh,
fun.
Hey, look at
Told
this
you.
one. The one who
Boom!
was like,
No,
he
one
was
was
Yes!
going to read a graphic novel.
pulled out a comic book, and then he
Graphic
just,
novel.
Yes. All right.
Oh, because I wasn't when he was going over the list. I wasn't listening to
Oh,
who he was
okay.
including.
just quickly, who's left? Hogan versus The Rock.
No,
Kurt Angle. No,
leave it
I
for
know.
tomorrow. Leave it
Alright,
for
alright.
tomorrow.
Alright, I'll leave it for tomorrow. Tune in for tomorrow. We'll discuss the rest. I think we'll have more. Oh, don't we have? Oh no, wait, Impact's Friday. Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
So yeah,
Okay.
we'll have some wrestling news to
We
talk
will,
about.
eventually.
So we'll finish. We'll bring up the book and we'll talk about the rest of the Elite 8. I'm John.
This is Ant.
I'm the real Mark.
See you guys tomorrow.